Good evening and welcome back. Hello, everyone. I think that it's unfortunate the way that it works with the ads when they're monetized is that I think the ads kick in after I go live, which kind of stinks. But it is what it is. I can't really control that, I suppose. So appreciate everyone being here again. Evening, Stuart. Welcome. Playing some little newer game tonight. So evening, Ted. Welcome back. There's a lot of storms over the British Isles and everything. So looks like everyone's got power back at least. That was a big bummer. Live in the Midwest. We don't get hurricanes here, but we get tornadoes and stuff like that. Not that often, but still can be enough to impact your power delivery or whatever. So, or big storms, I'd say. Wind storms are way worse than just tornadoes and stuff. Even Nika, welcome. As always, already on deck here, ready and shedding everywhere. She knows when I come down here for streaming, she just like comes beelines for the chair and starts meowing because she knows I'm going to be sitting here for a while now. So, of course, you're looking at the classic like May screensaver from Windows 98 or 95. This one was in 95, wasn't it too? I don't remember. It's here in 98 anyway, the start button and everything. But yeah, I'm glad you got internet back. It would be difficult, especially not having power, internet, all that stuff. My kids would just go nuts. I'm probably going nuts myself. Not be able to check stuff online or check Reddit or whatever. It'd be brutal. So we are back on the P3 tonight on the Voodoo 5 5500 because I want to play something a little more modern, which is, this case is really wonky. We'll get to that in a second, but the Operative, No One Lives Forever, an interesting game that right now is in like licensing hell, I think, but basically you can't get this game anymore. There's a reason why you can't like just go to Steam and get this game. Many games are re-released, right? But this one is in limbo right now, I think, because of the licensing for it is like a huge mess. I don't remember all the details, but it was many places wrote about it a year or so ago, I think, that No One Lives Forever 1 and 2 are never going to see a sequel due to the way licensing is set up right now. It's basically impossible, so, which is a bummer. It's a really cool game. I'm not sure if any of you guys have played it or not, but it's a very well-made game and developed by Monolith of... they did Alien vs. Predator 2 as well, which is the same engine and everything. Yeah, Fox, yeah, above all Monolith. But then the Lith Tech engine, which is used in a lot of other games, it's used for this. But it's a really cool game. It's like, I'm always a fan of games that, like, they stick with their thing, if you will. And the thing here is, like, Austin Powers style, almost 60s, like, spy gadgets and stuff. And it's really witty writing. For the time, quite good graphics. And just a really well-made game. Yeah, exactly. So I remember getting this. I don't have the second one, which is unfortunate. And this is the European DVD release, so already by then. So it's, yeah, 2000. And it's not that high on the requirements because the minimum is 400 megahertz, or minimum is 300 megahertz, actually. And they say for the highest setting, they recommend 750 megahertz, so we're at 700, so we're right there. And the Voodoo 5 handles is just fine. Now, the kicker is it's direct 3D only, so we don't get to use the delicious glide. I'm not sure if that's just the thing with the Liftech engine, that the glide is not available or not, but yeah, PCC-DROM Windows 95 and up. So yeah, only have the kind of boring DVD case here. Evening Solar, welcome. Which I believe there was a big box version of this here, but I think that one's pretty rare. Same thing with 2. They were, by 2000, everything was small box or DVD. But we have the game disc that's in right now. We have a nice little manual. There's not very much in here. It's not even color. But tells you how to kind of play the game and everything. And interesting, it has got the manual disc on this little insert. So this is the manuals disc. I've never used it because it's manuals. But it comes separately here. Yeah, I open a Acrobat Reader folder. Double-click to open the PDF file for it. We got a little important information on keyboard mapping. You can install this in Swedish if you want. So this is the Scandinavian version. It has all the different Scandinavian languages. So we're not glutton for punishment. So, and then the second disc is really cool because it has, it looks like a vinyl disc, of course, of vinyl. And it's got a whole bunch of 60 songs. These songs do not appear in the game. They're just on here. So if you want to listen to this, you have to actually put this in your drive and listen to them. I'm sure you can find them online now. But they just included like this complete like 60s tribute album basically on here, and it's a whole bunch of like really smashing 60s style music and everything. I mean, it's very, very Austin Powers vibes for sure. So yes, that's right. I never played the 2, and I really want to do that too sometime. No pun intended. Eating Christopher. So besides talking about 1960s set spy games from early 2000, how's everyone else doing tonight? Guys played any cool retro games lately? I've been messing with my Facebook Oculus Rift thing a lot lately, but that's where my time has gone. 3D or virtual reality, man. Once you get into that, it just sucks you in. We are on the P3 tonight. The P3 700, which is basically then the upper tier for what this game expects. Anything faster would be better, of course. But I will warn, there's kind of a little bit of an issue with this game in the sense that apparently it's well known. I found this. I don't remember this when I played it originally, because I did play this when it came out all the way through. And it has really jittery, goodness. It's really jittery mouse movement. And it's not because of my mouse, and this mouse has been fine and everything else, but this game in particular, for some reason, it does not play nice. And it's just not very smooth, which causes the view frame to jitter around a little bit. So we'll play it and you'll see. But so, yeah, this is Windows 98. So not Windows 2000 on this one, unfortunately. But I haven't messed with a Windows 2000 build for a long time. I feel it's probably time to do that here soon. I always go with XP or, Windows 98, basically, as far as like retro gaming goes. So, oh, interesting, Solar. Yeah, I'm daft sometimes, so yeah, I got to respond to all the chat, so I'm always going to be very literal, but it's close enough to 2000. But it didn't make me go on a tangent and realizing I haven't messed with Windows 2000 in forever, because I just go with XP, so. Evening, Sarah. The problem with this thing here is that there's no glide mode at all. This is Direct 3D only. Now, we are running on a Voodoo 5. You see under here, this is the specs of the machine. A Voodoo 5 5500. So it is fully capable of Direct 3D. Of course, you would get better performance probably with Glide. I mean, that's kind of the forte for 3D effects, obviously. But in this case, there is no glide mode, no OpenGL mode. And I looked to, at least in what I could find, there is only the ship Direct 3D with this one. But based on what Soul was saying there, the Monolith was really, really good with Direct 3D, and the game runs fine. It's basically just the camera movement that's causing a bit of jitter, so apparently it just comes with the territory. And there's a modern patch for this game that actually fixes that, and also allows widescreen resolutions and all that stuff, but that will not run on Windows 98, because it needs, like, VCC++ 2019, which we are not installing on this machine, which is then, 20 years too old for that, basically, so, oh well. But we're going to run no on this forever. There's a lot of intro and introduction and beginning, so. Yeah. I mean, the Voodoo 5 is probably not the best Direct 3D card by probably a long shot or wide margin, right? But I like it from the fact that, of course, it's the last hurrah, and most games would run better on probably out of Direct 3D dedicated, or I shouldn't say dedicated, but hardware that was more designed for that. Because this is clearly the tail end of 3DFX's stuff, but I really like having it in this machine. It's very appropriate for the era, and it fits, especially running all the Glide games on it. So it is the Bay. Yeah, this leans really heavy into the cinematic. I mean, it's like a mixture of Austin Powers and James Bond. It tries to be serious sometimes, and it's silly a lot of times, and it's a very endearing game in a sense because of that. You can tell they really had fun writing this game and making it, and they're really creative in how they made the stages. You're like kind of a secret agent globe-trotting around with a lot of story and a lot of animated cutscenes, in-engine cutscenes, no CGI there. A lot of story. I mean, it's basically a story-driven FPS with spy elements and like sneaking around and stuff like that too. So we'll see how well we do here, but it's a really cool game. Yeah. I mean, I remember I messed with Windows 2000 when it came out and had problems with it, and kind of left it alone for a long time, came back to it, and it ran a lot better. So your protagonist here is Kate Archer, no relation to, I guess, Mallory Archer. I don't know. Maybe there is. Set in the 60s straight up. This is running the last official patch for this game, which is 1.003, which you can see very small within the blue square there. We're running at 1024 right now. We can crank it up higher if we want, but that's what I found ran pretty well. Union Rails and Rust in that order. So yeah, the basically Direct 3D renderer is the only one. If anyone is aware of any other rendering options on this one, let me know. I couldn't find anything in when I looked. So, but we have subtitles on. Ah, very nice. Yeah, I got mine a while back. Oh, you got the collector's one? I got the regular one, the Republic Commando. And with the Best Buy here in the US dropped a load of Command & Conquer Remaster Collection boxes. So I got one of those. That made me very happy. I missed out on Limited Run Games release on this one. So I was very happy to be able to snag this from Best Buy. Bought it, and it arrived within a few days. So that was a nice, pleasant surprise. Because I did not get it when Limited Run Games have their run on it, which is unfortunate. But yeah, the Republic Commando regular box, that I get that one. I did buy the Knights of the Old Republic one that you just posted, which I'll get in like a year, right? So this motherboard, I gotta remember now, I built this machine. If you look at my videos, this is the first machine I built. It was my very first video I posted was building this machine. It's a 440BX chipset. I don't remember the exact model of the motherboard right now. I'd have to go back and look at the video because I don't want to crack the machine, but yeah, it's a 440BX. So, you know, slot 1, all that good stuff. So it is literally just, you know, the best motherboard for that era, more or less. At least the you know, the style and specs on it. So, yeah, that was awesome. That Game Blaster sounded great. That's a pretty rare card now, so that's an awesome find. Tandy backup. So yeah, we have the settings on here. That's fine. Performance, then we're running at slow performance, high quality. There is actually, you can customize all this, and everything's on. This game runs fine on this Voodoo 5, even higher if we crank up the resolution, but 1024 feels like a good resolution for the era, right? So special effects, everything's on. That's pretty much it. Let's play the game, because there is a lot of cutscenes here in the beginning. Yeah, you can select this here. So easy, you will take less damage when hit, and the AI will be far less accurate. Good. Super Spy will be very accurate, and you will take a lot more damage. Nope, easy it is. Alright, the assignment. An unknown assassin is killing off Unity's lead operatives. In spite of the danger, Kate Archer and Bruno Laurie still have a job to do. Could this be Kate's first shot at a mission fraught with peril and intrigue, or is it just another routine assignment?
A crisis has arisen.
I think I know the answer.
Operatives are being killed off by an unknown assailant. It seems likely that there's a traitor within the agency.
Ooh, a traitor. It's a
for
spy game, so... And it's a really cool story, and you're globetrotting all over the place, and I don't know. It's such a well-made game, and I really should play the second one, too. I had never played that one, so... Ooh, that's right, yeah, I remember you saying that. Slot 1 build is basically, you know, if you're gonna get one machine... Slot 1 is pretty high up on the list there, or at least a Pentium 3 of some variety, right? Because it gives you such broad options. A Windows 98 Pentium 3 machine is probably the archetype of, like, you know, retro 90s gamer for me, so... Do not be late. Report to the briefing room, report to Santa's workshop for gadget training. So this game has gadgets, like, you have, I don't remember what it is, but, I mean, you have a suitcase, or briefcase that has, like, you know, a rocket launcher, and I think, and... You have, like, hair braid a Brett that has a lockpick in it, and, you know, it's fun like that, so. Oh, very nice. Huh. K5 PR133. I don't think... I have a very blind spot for that era of AMD processors. I haven't messed with them really at all, so... Not for lack of wanting to, just a matter of having to run into it, or, you know... Goodness, Revenant, thank you so much again. I always appreciate you showing up, too. You're always very generous. I very much appreciate that. Thanks again for the very kind donation. You nuked it, but I feel like you get away a little easier these days with the XMP profiles on modern machines, where you at least can just set it to a good timing and walk away from it. So, but on modern machines, obviously. That's very different on retro machines. Oh, I bet that guy was not a good guy. I think he shot someone. Yeah, lots of story. Lots of, like, fill-in and spy intrigue. And I think that for me, this era was really cool when they started to be able to tell more stories with the engine. Yes, you're right. There's no fun in it, but at least from my layman's perspective of building my new machine, plopping the memory, hitting XME profile, and I'm walking away. Pretty okay. Oh, I think you gave him a hug there. When they're able to tell more stories, like the things that drew me to, for example, Duke Nukem 3D, was the fact that it was set in a real world, right? Versus Doom, which is cool, but it's space bases and industrial facilities. And when you get to this era, I'm thinking like this and Sin and stuff like that. They have so much, like, they can basically represent a, quote-unquote real world much better. Oh, look at those arm animations. Okay, well, within reason. Whoa. Okay, that's pretty hilarious. Just as I say this. Better, not perfect. I mean, you think about how animations look today, and they're amazing, and you think back to when it looked like here. Oh, no. Because they can do all this and tell a story in the game, right? And CGI cutscenes are cool, but doing it all in-game like this, I think, adds to the character of the game. I bet he's a good guy. It leans into the 60s thing hardcore. Just what it does. And it's awesome for it, so. Very nice, yeah. So that should be a pretty late motherboard there. Perfect. As again, like, you know, a powerful P3 gives you so much range. Like being able to play later 3D games from the late 90s, early 2000s. And of course, then running, you know, native DOS on it too is a big bonus. So yeah, they're not bad. I think it's just, to me, I just got caught off guard with a very, like, you know, monkey arm guy running around. So compared to Daikatana, that who was very stiff and without movement. And that came out in the same year. So that's probably what Daikatana was. I mean, it was based on Quake 2, right? This is a probably more advanced engine across the board, so. Oh, the K5 is socket 5. I thought I had a socket 5 somewhere. Maybe not. I don't know anymore. I'm trying to, like, clean out. Yes, there you go. Thank you for the clarification. Because since they use in-engine cutscenes a lot, they, you know, they seem to have worked a lot on the facial animations, so that made this engine be able to produce that sort of fidelity to make it viable for in-game cutscenes. Just close out with faces, because I mean, with Daikatana, it was just this face nodding, because Quake 2, I mean, I know that, like, filmed in lithoscope. We know that, for example, you know, Half-Life is based on the Quake 2 engine, but it's heavily modified, right? So they built in extra stuff there, versus this here is a more modern engine at this point, in 2000, so it has that probably baked in. Because, I mean, I remember Alien vs. Predator looked really good, too, and I'm sure there's more end games that ran on this engine. It sure feels like the Shogo style of it, too. I'm not sure. If anyone knows other games that use the Liftech engine, let me know.
Damn.
She said a swear word.
Hello. Bruno, how's France? Did you collect any new bullet holes? I know how you love to be shot at.
Just, I don't know, charming game is what it comes down to. Very charming. And I love that, because I keep bringing it up all the time, but just when a game picks something like this and then leans into it and goes with it all the way, it just becomes more endearing.
Of course, I'm famished. Are you
Yeah.
buying?
Oh, only use the Liftech engine? Yeah, that sounds about right. When you talk about that, how it feels to play, yeah. 42 minutes later, Maximilians.
I'm not very happy, you know. It's not like I thought it would be.
I mean, it looks pretty good. So we're not running any modern stuff. I mean, this is a period-accurate machine. Everything. This is pretty good. I mean, 2000. More wine.
You're the first female operative Unity has ever employed. The committee is old-fashioned.
Well, very
They need
British.
time to get used to the idea of a woman in this line of work.
I know all that. But at this rate, I'll be a bloody grandmother before they give me a real assignment.
As I understand it, this actress, Kit Harris, I think, did not reprise her role for No One Lives Forever 2, and she didn't really do much voice acting after that, so.
I just want to be challenged. I'm sick of
That's a
wild
good
cats.
voice
I'm
acting
sick
job,
of
too,
eavesdropping
so.
on boring strangers who may or may not pose some trivial threat to international
A lot of options,
security.
yeah, and that's weird. I
Every
do not
fortune
remember
declare
what's
how much
in this
Heathrow.
machine right now, motherboard.
I
I don't usually put that in the spec
It's not what
scroller,
I'm
but
good at.
I have to look it up because I haven't cracked the machine besides putting in the boot of 5 for a long time. The zip drive on here? Yeah, I tried it actually like
Paid my bloody dues.
yesterday. I think I copied something from this guy to the Packard Bell I'm working on, which I haven't networked yet. Normally I network all my machines. I haven't networked that one yet. So I was using the zip drive to transfer games and stuff over, so which works fine.
You make it sound like
It's an
you're
internal
some
drive,
spoiled child.
which
I'm
of course I
not
put there.
asking to be called
And to be fair, I
to
just wanted the
transfer
same
myself.
amount of lines on all these spec sheets here, so that's why it says zip drive. You don't really need to know it as zip drive, but I do.
Politics in the world won't hold you back.
There's probably
They've
some
done
story
an
going on here.
outstanding job so far, haven't they?
It's not like we had a few people that had played this game.
See? What did I tell you?
Several that had
Probably
played it
just one of
and
the committee members needing a
played 2 as
babysitter
well.
on short notice.
I heard someone earlier had never heard of this game too. Has anyone never seen
have
this
you
game
get together?
before?
I've an errand to attend.
It's like, I don't remember what cost me to get it. I think it was just, you know, in magazines and stuff. So it is going. I think that what's going to happen with that one, I think I'm going to use a Banshee for it. So I actually have this guy here now. Maybe I showed it on stream last week. I don't remember. This is a K62 Plus 550. You can't see it because it's very small. This is going to go into Super Socket 7. Feels like a very good one, and I have a Voodoo Banshee to go with it, and that feels like a good pairing. So expect a video at some point on that one. Problem I have now, and you can see here what I'm talking about, this little jerkiness. It's not because the performance is bad, it's just the mouse polling seems like it's just not great. And I found a lot of stuff on this online, and there's a modern patch that smooths it out. And I have the setting for the mouse to max smoothing, and it's still not great. It's playable, but it is just like, you can tell like it's not as smooth as you'd expect, and it's not the mouse like, you know, mechanically works fine in other games. It's just apparently the way they coded this game, it's not very great as far as like mouse movement. So
They're expecting you in the briefing room.
I'm sure they'll expect you in the briefing room. Yes, the mouse fix patch, at least that I found, is for more modern machines. If you have a link for the one that works on Windows 98, let me know, because I looked and all the ones I found were to run, like there's a modern patch that fixes a lot of stuff with the mouse fix. And the mouse fix I found was for more modern operating system, not for Windows 98. So I couldn't find one that would work with this particular setup, so. But if you have one, feel free to drop it. Maybe we can even take care of it live or something, because it'll be good to smooth it out. But I don't know. I love the environment. The robot poodle, you can use those later. I thought I enabled subtitles. Let me go check. So I want subtitles on everything. Rub under display. No. Game. Subtitles on. There we go. So the 550, interesting enough, it was not listed as a K62 Plus. It was just a K62. And it was for $9.95 with like a $2 shipping. So I got very lucky there. It was the only one. He didn't have like a batch or anything. It was just one from a recycler, I think.
Agent Archer,
So I've been watching it for a while to see what was popping up, because I wanted to get one with a decent budget. And I want to spend 50, 60 bucks on a single processor.
Not at all, Mr. Smith, but it's charming of you to mention it.
It is not my ambition to be charming.
Oh, she can be a little snappy.
That's fortunate.
I would advise you to watch your tongue.
Ooh.
Well,
Oh, I
it
wasn't?
isn't the inimitable Agent Lowry.
Sorry I'm late, Smithy. You're looking dapper today.
Ooh.
Spare me the disingenuous flesh.
Witty British people
Boy, it
talking.
doesn't suit you.
I was being sincere. It was the one polite thing I could think to say.
Oh.
You're still upset with me, aren't you?
Yeah, Alien Spreader
I
2 is
assure
good
you,
too.
I
That was a
have
good
nothing
game.
Against you personally.
I love
You've
playing that in
served us
multiplayer.
well
I
for
love
many
playing Alien,
years.
messing with my friends, because I don't know, I keep saying depth perception, but I was pretty good about being able to run on the ceiling and stuff. And I would love just hiding in a corner somewhere and hissing, pushing the hiss button. And they're like, oh, where is he? Where is he? Dropping down and biting their face off. It was so much
I
fun.
just don't like you. I do understand your concern, but just because you're too old.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping too. The Super Socket 7, I'm excited for from a perspective like you just said there. I know that there's been a lot of coverage of that. I know Phil covered that a lot on the set multiplier and the K6 utilities to slow down the processor. A K62 Plus
Lights, please.
or K63 has so many things you can set on, right? It can tune down to basically a 286 if I remember right, all the way up to then, you know, later 3D games. So it's a great machine for like a wide range. The problem I have, like so many out of these things, is the case. That's the challenge. And it's just so hard to find retro cases that work, and I don't have any ones that are fitting right now. So that's kind of the hold up on that build. Still planning to do it.
So half the active list. Why weren't we informed sooner?
You're being informed now.
So agents are being assassinated, and we need to figure out why.
Rather abruptly.
The assassin left a lily. A regal
Yeah,
finale.
it is really sad because, I mean, Alien Predator 1 and 2 are both really good games, and then I think this has so much charm, and it's still worth playing today.
Who?
And
Dmitry Volkov.
you can get this game otherwise, of course, but, you know, a remaster of this will be...
Name's familiar.
oh no!
We know
That's not good. I was downloading stuff there the other day here now.
Anything more
Patches.
specific?
But a modern remaster of this game will be phenomenal, you know.
Distinguished himself as an academic prodigy and master chess
Yeah.
player by the age of 8. By which
Exactly,
time
yeah,
he'd
you're right.
also
You
earned notoriety for
filled it out exactly.
various torture
Being a mobile
techniques on
processor
Davis
and having a lot
pets.
more stepping,
It seems he
because I mean,
joined
a
the
desktop
NKVD
processor doesn't
in
need that much, but a
1957 and
mobile
served
one
as
needs
some
it to
sort
be
of
able to
disciplinarian in
compensate
Gulag
and
near Kiev.
reduce
His
heat.
whereabouts during the war are unknown, except for a brief mention in 43.
I know
when he was
computer stuff,
spotted
I can
by
talk
an
about
OSS
that.
officer at Leningrad, interrogating prisoners of war who would later disappear.
There's a
without
lot of
trace.
exposition here in the beginning.
Ah, yes.
Basil
I
exposition.
remember this fellow. We've had dealings with him before.
Sometime after the war, he emerged again.
Basically, the guy with the big mustache is a bad guy. Not that guy. Not that guy with the mustache. The other guy with the mustache is a bad guy. Indian Bruce Lucas, welcome.
In 61, a failed
Playing
assassination
No One Lives
attempt left
Forever
him
during the
without an eye.
exposition phase at the
He was
beginning of
shot
the
in
game,
face
where we
and
just get a
portrayed
lot of
by one
information.
our finest agents.
You flatter me, but I shouldn't have missed.
He
That's what I'm
escaped
not
by
sure on
throwing
yet.
himself
I
off
think
a
that
70-foot cliff into an icy river.
I
It was
had
presumed that he
other
survived
sound
his
cards that I
new
have
body
for that
was
era are
in
now going to a
fact,
P2
rumor has
build
it
I'm doing.
he's
And that one
currently
is a little
working
special
for an
for me because
organization
I just had an
calling
idea on it,
itself
but I don't want to spoil
as
it yet, but
Director of Executive
I had an
Action.
idea for
I don't
a
have to tell you
P2,
what that means.
and that
What do we know
has a
about
specific
Hong
thing
Kong?
sitting over here. It's coming sooner or later, but
Unfortunately, there's
I don't
very
want to
little
spoil it on
about
that
them
one
in
yet
our
because I have a
files.
specific idea in mind for that one.
despite the obvious
So that
risks,
kind of took
we still
away a
have
lot of the
confidence.
cards, but
In
then
this case,
I'm
we
not
didn't
sure
find
on the
Wet
Socket 7 one.
precisely.
And yeah, Oral Vortex 2 is always a good one. And that's probably what I'll go with, something like that. I do have an Oral Vortex 2 already.
To be perfectly
That right now I
frank,
was going to use for the
Agent Archer, we're
P2.
only getting this
But
assignment
I got to
because
decide
of
what to
no
do with
other
it, so...
choice. Matters of such
But yeah,
delicacy aren't
I
really
think
the
that's what
sort
I'm
of
hoping to
thing
do
we
is
usually entrust
focus
to
on the fact that it's so compatible.
Emotional
And it's a cool
inconstancy
machine
and
too. Now I know that
assassination do not
for maxing
make
compatibility, you
such
probably want a
good
boot of 3
benefits.
maybe in there, but I don't know. Doing... Yeah, you're right, Bruce Lucas. I love Cinema Sins too. It's like ding, 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 ding all the time. But it would be... So I have the Banshee, and that is period accurate for that machine. And that feels just right. And I want to use the Banshee too. And you have Super Socket 7 with AGP and a Banshee on there. I don't know, just kind of fits. So, Ian in Game Tech Refuge, Dermot, welcome. But it's neat to lean into the compatibility, being able to set it and tune it so much. It's really cool to do that, and it's something I haven't really explored that much. And I haven't messed with the multipliers or setting stuff down on any of my machines that I've built so far, because I end up building more period-specific ones. But the fact that you can play so well on really old stuff on a K62 Plus, that's a huge bonus, of course. So
Implicitly. But you shouldn't be ashamed.
oh, she's so sassy.
Administration is a perfectly noble career.
I don't think I like your tone.
I believe what Agent Archer means to say, Smithy, is that she appreciates the chance,
Yeah, exactly.
however fortuitous, to demonstrate her abilities as an operative. And that
Yeah,
she
and the
never
reason I have
wants to
Aura
disappoint
Vortex 2 is that
anybody.
I did a video on it. The haul I got from
That's
VCF
not
Midwest
what it sounded like to me.
had a Dell
Enough of this.
Aura Vortex 2
Of the
in the
essence.
pile there for
Stop
like
by the toy
$5.
shop
So I
before
grabbed
you
that,
go.
or it was 10,
They've
something like
some
that,
little gizmos
cheap.
you might find useful.
So I haven't messed with it or
Not too
tested
long,
it.
though.
So
Your
far,
flight is at 6 p.m.
the first thing in that pile of what I got there
Morocco.
from that haul that was a failure was a P2 400.
Agent Archer,
I could not get
what does
the
HAL stand
P2 motherboard or the slot 1
haven't figured
motherboard
that
boot
out
with that P2 400 in it.
See if you
It's
can't find
black
out.
screen basically.
And be careful, both of you.
When I put a 350 in it, it boots right away. So I think that one's shot. So what I'm probably going to do is get a P2 450 just to max that machine out. I don't have a fast P2. I mean, does it really serve a purpose per se? No, but that's not what we do with retro stuff, right? Alright, now we get to... That's locked. Chief? Coordinator. I bet he's not going to betray us. I don't remember now. Now we're going to need to go to the Santa's workshop. Can't open the door. Got a judo chop. Judo chop. I don't yet. I was planning on getting one. I haven't really accepted donations or done anything like that yet. But I, of course, you know, it is the world, so I don't necessarily want to telegraph my address. So yeah, I was planning on getting a P.O. box as well to order stuff to it and stuff like that. So I don't have one yet, but I probably will at some point. Swimming. So yeah, it's a really cool, engaging world here too, and I think there's a lot of interactivity too. It's like, you gotta remember, it's set in the 60s, of course, so... Training facility. Oh, we have the elevator loading screen. Mm-hmm. 83 megahertz bus. Huh, I don't think I messed with that ever. It's only been 66 or 100, so... That's too bad. Yeah, I can get one here, I think. That, you know, is the size of a small box, like for, I don't know, $10 a month, if even that. Less than that, I think. And then, of course, anything large, they would just put to the side, so... I have not played Prompt 2.0 at all, actually.
Through the training course before embarking on your first mission. There are many nuances and features you may overlook otherwise.
Thank you, British Commando.
If you prefer to skip training, just head to the exit.
Advanced field tactics. Alright, we'll go do training. Ah, there you go. That makes sense. Gadget lab. Basic field tactics.
Welcome to Basic Field Tactics. This course comprises several areas, each with its own lesson. You must complete each lesson in order to proceed. Now step up to the active station designated by the flashing light. Your crosshair will change to indicate an item that can be activated.
Yes, can I open the door?
Now open the door.
Thank you.
Bystanders will often speak to you if you activate them. Sometimes they will share useful information. Sometimes
You
they
just
just want to chat.
Well done.
told me how to talk to a person.
Now open the door to the next
Okay.
area. If you want to skip a cutscene, simply congratulations. You completed the basic
Touche.
course. You should now continue to the advanced
Is that JC Denton?
tactics area, where you will receive specific instruction for your upcoming mission. Note that new simulations will be prepared for you before each mission.
That was kind of a pointless thing. I figured it would be like, you know, here's how I do some of the stuff, but... Report to Advanced Field Tactics Area. Santa's Workshop. Can't go there yet.
So, do you think the CT-180 will get a decent field rating?
Yeah. It really is. And I'm not sure, Ted, if you put that in Discord or something, but yes, it is very choppy. So, I'm not sure if there's a fix for it back in the day, but it is very choppy. That's what I'm finding so far. Yeah, it's skippy. That's a good way to say it. And I have mouse control smoothing in max. I'm running with VSync. You know, we have triple buffering on. All the stuff I found that supposedly helps. But it's still just really jittery. Like, I'm just trying to do very, very slow movements here. You can see it's kind of... It's zigzagging almost. And what I found online, or people were saying, was that the code in this engine doesn't support smooth, like, diagonal movement almost. Like, you can't... It's one input at a time, then the smooth. But if there's multiple, then it starts jittering. Like, it's basically going like a zigzag pattern. And then that's what's causing it. So, yeah. I haven't found a fix for it on this version. Oh, really? Well, that's too bad, yeah. Because, yeah, there's a modern patch for this game where they fix and make it runnable on newer machines with widescreen resolutions and all that stuff, which is probably great. We're running on retro hardware now, so there is no fix that I've found, at least for original hardware, which is unfortunate. There's some command to run or, you know, something to do, but yeah, it is unfortunately very jittery, and it's playable, but it's very annoying too. Because you know the experience would be better if it was smoother, but I don't remember it being this way when I played originally. Maybe I just don't remember it.
Keep an eye out for ammunition boxes. Each can contain various ammunition types.
Well, it slows down a lot when there's
Disappear.
transparency there.
You won't have the opportunity to heal while on a mission, so you'll need to rely on body armor to protect yourself from damage. Be warned that certain types of damage will ignore armor completely.
Is this advanced field tactics? I'm talking about if you fall, you get hurt.
All right.
Got
Now
it.
open the door to the next area. While on
Next
the move,
area.
always keep an eye out for miscellaneous intelligence items that might be of benefit to us. Here are some of the items you should look for. The more you recover, the better
Dossier,
your mission
briefcase.
rating will be. Pick up these intelligence items to proceed.
Film. Grab everything.
All right. Now open the door to the next area.
Yeah, I am currently on a ball mouse. I thought about changing to optical as well, but then I also realized reading it that it was a lot of people had, you know, this problem and it's more an engine issue than it's a mouse. I use this mouse for a lot of other things, and I can certainly switch to an optical if we want to try that. I just found a PS2 optical.
Disarm these mock explosives in order to proceed.
That was easy. Oh, there's another one.
All right. Now open the door.
Open the door.
Next area.
Huzzah.
It's often advisable to move as quietly as possible to avoid detection. The faster you move, the louder your footsteps will be. It is therefore advisable.
I'm always running, I think
to
so.
move in a crouch when you're trying to be discreet.
600? Yeah, I wouldn't want to push it. Like, that's what I'm not after for that machine. I don't have a need for it to go that fast, right? So,
I heard you.
Step behind the yellow line to reset.
alright, I think I should disable always run, because that's the problem here. Always run. No, there we go.
Simulation.
Alright,
Well done.
go take care of the baby.
The volume of your footsteps can be modified by the material upon which you're moving. Be careful of tile, metal, and other
Come on.
hard surfaces. Whenever possible, favor carpet.
Yeah, that's what I have right now in here, actually, is a slot kit. This particular machine does not have an actual slot 1 CPU. It has a slot kit, so...
Try again.
Try again.
Step behind the yellow line to reset the simulation.
Try again.
Step behind the yellow line to
Have to walk
reset
on the,
simulation.
Wow, you're pretty light-footed.
Nice. Only took it 3 times.
I'm not sure what to expect around a
But,
corner.
yeah, that's fine. Just stick around as long as you can, or want to, or don't want to, so...
As long as you duck back quickly, you probably will
We'll be jittering around here all night, so...
The closer you are to an enemy,
Open the door.
the more likely it is that you'll be seen, so listen for footsteps or
We're pretty advanced, like, you
conversation
know,
before taking cover.
movement technique for a game of this era.
Can't you do any better than that?
Oh.
Step behind the yellow line to reset the simulation. Excellent.
Aha!
Proceed to the next course.
Smack. Guess the caps lock is always run, it looks like. Ooh. Do not abuse phone privileges. Smash, take that. Got a pretty mean right hook there.
Use your flashlight to find your way to the door.
Okay, it's the flashlight. Guess I gotta look at the manual, but... whoops. Game controls. Configure controls. Let's see. Always run as caps lock. Next function. Left control. View inventory. Flashlight is L. L for light. Aha. I'm actually taking tomorrow off to just work on my video. I've just fallen behind so much, I like to just spend some time doing nothing but video work, so I'm actually staying home tomorrow from work and just working on the next video. That should be a lot closer to getting it out. I'm drinking just Samuel Adams Winter Lager tonight, so nothing special, but that's what we had available close by. But it's hard to see. It's this dark in here. Aha. Got past you. Weapon training. Okay. Can I get out of here now?
If you want to skip training, I won't stop you. But don't
Fine, where's
expect
weapon
any
training?
sympathy from me if you run into
Firing
trouble
range, this
out
way.
there.
Good stuff. There we go. I haven't messed with the Game Blaster at all, so I mean, I'd be... Whatever works for you, obviously, I would just be interested to mess with it, but that's always the thing, is like, what do you spend your time on? Which thing do you work on? Which things do you fight to make it work? Because not everything is compatible, of course, so... Lots and lots of ammo.
Hello, Kate.
Guns.
How are
I need lots of guns.
Smithy wants me to run you through a basic firearms refresher course. Because it's a revolver, it can't be adequately silenced, but its simple design accommodates a wider range of ammunition types than most automatic pistols can reliably handle.
Firing range. Oops, miss. Took too long to aim. A lot of ammo. Dang it. I'm using a data path E1. Feels like the best capture device I've ever used because it just supports so many different things and get a really clear pixel perfect. I am scaling it here right now, a little bit 1280 by 960 from 1024. The reason I scale it above all is so that I have the reason I scale it is so that I don't have to worry about when I'm streaming, right? But when I capture properly, then I definitely set it to a fixed resolution and scale it later on. But here, I'm scaling it to a fixed resolution all the time so that when the window changes size, I don't have to worry about resizing it for the stream. Next gun, please.
The Shepherd Arms P38 9mm pistol is a rugged little automatic that was favored by Allied commanders during World War II. It features a 10-round
Man,
magazine
it's gonna be the same spots. Think so. Easy enough. Exciting. Yeah, that's what I'd like to do. That'd be cool to do too. I haven't messed with it yet. I emulate. So the Mister can emulate an MP32 built in, but the ARM processor on it is not powerful enough to run at full speed. So while I can do that, you're going to get some choppiness and skipped notes. So the recommendation is to run on an external device, such as the MT, what is it called? The MT32 Pi that you're talking about, the Rails and Rust. The external device, basically. Get a Pi hat, run a bare metal emulator on it to be able to emulate an MP32 or SC55, whatever you want, and that's the more recommended path because the Mister the Linux side of it just doesn't have enough horsepower to run it smoothly, and it probably never will because it's not a very powerful one. It's like, I think they said that the ARM processor on the Mister platform or the D10 Nano, it's about as powerful as or Pi 0, which isn't enough horsepower. So
The Hampton carbine is the world's only truly silent firearm.
Very quiet gun here. Meh. Meh. That's a long script, Solar, but I get it sometimes. I just start typing too, and it just it runs away from me almost sometimes, but we're done now with the guns. Can we proceed?
Some things to note about firearms. If the dynamic crosshair option is enabled in the menu, you can gauge your accuracy by the relative size of your crosshair. The larger it is, the worse your aim will be.
Yep.
The next function key is very important. With it, you can cycle through the available
Function key.
ammunition types for a given weapon. More importantly, it cycles through a gadget's various
Ah.
functions.
Dum-dum ammo.
It allows you to toggle between the barrette, lockpick, and weapon mode. Learn to monitor your ammunition. Reload your weapon between
Well, there's a lot of, like, just
to make sure you
basic,
don't
like, how to play an
run
FPS here, huh?
moments.
We'll skip through this here soon. We're just going to do the tutorial for the whole night at this rate.
Shoot through certain walls and objects. Of course, doing so may affect the accuracy, range, and velocity of the shot, but it's sometimes preferable to dispatch an enemy before he sees you. Keep an eye out for these materials.
So how do I zoom in? Goodness, I have to refer back to, like, none of the what controls I would expect are working, so fire, use object, E, reload weapon, next function, N and M. Is that really right? It is. So, what's up at the door here? Huh. Alright, shot through the wall. Boy, that is really just, like, showing everything now.
Careful not to injure civilians. If you kill
But you can't tell them what to do.
you will fail your mission. You will also fail if 3 or more bystanders are slain by enemy fire. If you're ever in doubt, look at your crosshair. It will change to indicate the person you're targeting.
Do not shoot.
Friendly.
You can't tell what to do.
Use the holster weapon key to conceal your weapon rapidly. If your weapon is already holstered,
What's the whole... Oh my goodness, yeah. Well, the favorite ISA sound card... So, that's the thing. I haven't heard that many cards, sadly. What I was going to say, like, you know... I'm pretty lenient when it comes to that stuff. I used an AudiB64 for the longest time as my main sound card, so I'm partial to the sound of that, even though it's not the best. Mostly because it's so compatible, too, but... you know... I like a lot of different sounds, but it's hard to say exactly which ones, so... I haven't heard nearly all of them, for sure. What the heck's my holster? Holster weapon, H. Fair enough.
hitting this key will draw the last weapon you had out.
There, we're done with this now. Report to Santa's workshop for gadget training. No. Alright, where's Santa's workshop now? Gadget lab. Now we're getting somewhere.
Let's talk about your barrette. In its default mode, it can be used as a lockpick, ideal for bypassing certain keyed padlocks. Of course, the more complicated the mechanism, the longer it will take
I'm
to
hitting
pick.
with it.
Note that the barrette only works on padlocks with keyholes.
There we go. Can't use it there. Took longer to open it. Okay. This is getting a little tedious now.
The barrette can also be used as a weapon by hitting the next function key. When you slash an adversary, the pressure on the blade releases a small amount of toxin into his bloodstream. Quite deadly.
Yeah, that's deadly. My goodness. Fine, replace the gadgets. This light came through the... Alright. Let's see which one we got now. The coin, yeah, that's right. I can distract people with that.
A spare bit of change can come in very handy when you need to distract someone. Practice tossing this coin to divert the guard's attention.
there.
Try not to throw it off any high ledges. A judicious agent doesn't leave corpses lying about, as they tend to arouse suspicion. Judging by your slight frame, you won't have much luck hauling bodies
Oh, that's right. This is horrifying. Like, it's a
come up with this special
corpse.
body-removing powder just for you.
There, the
Sprinkle
corpse
a bit of it on
disappears.
dead tissue and voila. The cadaver
Horrifying.
will vaporize almost
Alright, I think we're good now. Let's see. Basic field tactics. Advanced tactics. Lobby. Firing range. We'll run around here, but... Everyone should check that out. So, but yeah, you're right. It does has a little Windows Millennium feel to it there. Exit training this way. So yeah, like walking here is perfectly smooth, but yeah, it's definitely when you're moving the mouse around a lot. It seems a little
All ready
jaggedy.
to go, eh? Well, have a safe mission and come back in one.
Now we got to go to Morocco. Found 13 out of 16. Ah, whatever.
Intelligence has discovered that the American ambassador to West Germany,
Oh, bright.
Morris
Let me turn down the
Monroe,
brightness
is
a little bit.
marked for execution by an
Find
organization
it.
calling itself HARM or HARM. The assassination attempt is
called
expected to come
HARM.
on the last day of Monroe's upcoming holiday in Morocco as he is
Let's
leaving
see,
his
we're at
hotel.
75.
There will likely be multiple assailants. It is imperative that Monroe survive the attack. Be warned, though, that the ambassador is extremely nearsighted and almost deaf, so you won't be able to rely on him to realize that he's in danger. You will be positioned in a residential building across the street from the
I remember
hotel.
this one. Yeah,
Your job is to pick off the assassins before
yeah,
they
the auto
make
drives. I
away.
remember seeing there was a lot of the ones that Phil tested, and it's harder to find some of those cards anymore, right? So that's the problem, is that some of the cards that are the best or most compatible are challenging to find anymore too, or expensive or whatever. So there's so many to pick from. I think it really comes down to, first, it's like getting compatibility. It's interesting because the Packard Bell I'm messing with now has an Aztec, like, what is it, Washington sound card in there, like one of those like modem ones, and it sounds fine because it's like an actual OPL3 chip on there. So, you get to pick the ammo, silencer, the Brett. Lots of equipment. Start mission. Right, it is. It's very funny too, because like you're basically covering this guy, and he has no idea what's going on. He's walking around. You're shooting. It basically is like,
So,
you know,
are you enjoying yourself yet?
Immensely.
Sure you're
very
not
nice.
bored?
I've waited nearly 4 years for this chance. I think I can endure another half hour.
Good girl. You're growing up.
Doesn't stand out at all being dressed
What
like
do you make
that.
of all
But
that talk of a traitor?
It wouldn't be the first time we've had leaky plumbing. Still, it's disquieting to say the least.
It's happened before.
Once,
there's a lot of
ago,
exposition story in
we
this
lost
game.
several undercover operatives in Istanbul. Turned out they'd been compromised.
Wow,
by
yeah,
the
that's the thing. Is it
Russian
work as a recycler, or
sold us out.
seems like that's the way people get a lot of this extra equipment, is that they are
50
connected with a recycler or work as a recycler, and then they just
Trading men's
house the
lives for
stuff.
pittance.
Hard to find that in the wild anymore, so then you have to just go on eBay pretty much for everything.
Wouldn't be surprised
I paid the
if
appropriate
you
prices
equally
that come with that, so...
Well, I hope when they catch the bastard, they put a bullet right between his eyes, and maybe a boot up his arse for good measure.
You sound
You
brilliant,
install Windows
Lieutenant.
8 on Pentium
I'm
3?
dangerous
That's a
when I'm
little
upset.
extreme.
That's why you're always in trouble.
Oh, okay, stay still.
Right.
So yeah, this
Monroe's
is
headed for the
Direct3
cafe.
only. It is not Glide, it is not OpenGL or anything, so
What
it
about
probably
the
would be
targets?
helped if it was
Not
Glide,
sure yet.
but...
Pardon me, do you have the time?
No, sir, I do not have a dime, and I don't have much use for beggars.
Oh, there's a mouse fix?
Not a dime.
Found one?
The time.
Don't get snippy with me, or I'll have you arrested.
Are you deaf?
How dare you threaten
So where do you
me,
drop that file?
Oh, never mind.
coward?
Would you like me to call out the targets for you?
I can handle this on my own, thank you.
Maybe we should take care of that then. Let's see. Let me download the file. It lets me. Because we have network, so we can just drop the file over pretty quickly. But not downloading the file though. Yeah, there's a Discord. If you look, there's a pinned link at the top of the chat there. If you want to join, feel free to. It's just a casual place to hang out and chat about old stuff. There we go. I'm getting the file now. Keep the file. Okay. This file could harm your computer. Maybe Ted's setting me up the bomb now here, but who knows. We drop that on my NAS. All right, that's available there now. Let me save the game. And then, where should I drop that file now? Because the cool thing is I have a NAS that allows me to basically, where the mouse went, access stuff like this right there. I just dropped the file, and I can go into here and grab that. Okay, cool. We'll experiment. No one lives forever. So here's the file you just gave me. So let's take a look and see where this points. All right, Solar. Just take it easy. If we see you, we'll see you. If not, have a good one. DLL input, is there one in here? dinput.dll. I don't see that file here right now, so maybe just drop it in the here. No save. This is, the NAS is a Buffalo NAS link station. And the cool thing is it's self-contained. It's just one drive in a self-contained thing. I have that on my retro network. So all my retro machines can get to it through NetBIOS just by browsing to it like that. And that's a way for me then to... And I actually have 2 network cards in my primary machine, my regular computer. One is on the leg of the retro network, which has a router on it for DHCP. Then I have it to my regular one, of course. So my main machine can then FTP into this, which is a very insecure device, right? But FTP works fine. And then every machine internally in that retro network can get to this NAS. So, well, I dropped a file in here, DL input, or dinput.dll. So, yeah, we can search for it. Could be on the computer itself, I suppose. Yeah, I gotta remember now to... Wow, I am just so rusty on Windows 8 now. Yeah, I use WinSCP to find it, so... Find files and computers. Was it there? Well, I just dropped it there, too. I just drug it there. Because I didn't ask to overwrite it, right? So, dinput is the one I just dropped here. Go and search. Yeah, there we go. Windows System 32. So we actually have to replace the entire... We'll do a backup of that one. So, let's see. Can I open the folder? All right, I can't. See, Windows. Files. System. See the input. Why am I blind? There it is. So this is a much older file then, of course. Created 2023. Huh. That's neat. Yeah, we'll do this. We can launch the game now and see if it works. If not, we'll try and drop it into the... oh, we'll just do this. So it's basically like a full direct 3D input replacement. So We will try it there and see what happens now. Games. Who knows? If it doesn't work, then so be it. But if it works, hey. Nice. Okay, that makes sense. You're probably exactly right. Like, it will always look local first, and then it will look at system 32 because it's using the system variables to find them. So, unless that is a DLL for a newer version for Windows 90 or Windows 10 or something, who doesn't work. Huh. It sure just... Game just dies now, so that's not a good thing. Let me at least fix this here again. Refresh. So we'll delete this out of here. Why can't I delete it? Something's stuck here now. I can't delete it. What the heck? What is going on? Broke the machine. Thanks, Ted. Undo copy. Fresh. We'll replace that one there. Can I rename that? No, it can't. Oh, hang on. There we go. .dll. So now we just have it in the local game directory. So see if it launches. Yeah, that's what I wonder too. If it is tied to the modernizer, I have a feeling it is, because everything I found seems to point that the modernizer is needed for pretty much everything. So yeah, we might leave it where it is now, because I can just remove this file. Or we'll just delete it. See if the game launches. Otherwise, we'll just try the good old reboot for starters. So, evening jam. Yeah, by Tad. Now we're trying a fix for the jittery mouse in this game. Yeah, so you're right. It definitely looks to the local DirectX file there, basically, and it did not seem to like that DLL, unfortunately. So, it might be that is tied to tied to that modern patch, yeah. I have a feeling that the reinstalled DirectX would probably just nuke that file we just copied there too. So we didn't try putting it in system 32 or system without putting in the game directory, but I would think that would be basically the same. Well, yeah, obviously an i7. Sorry, nothing as powerful as that, but you're telling me, Ted, you found a random DLL online? Here, try this. Yeah, that's what I wonder too. It seems like at least the modernizer really is tied to modern, well, modernizer, right? So.
I want to go home.
But we've only been here for 2 days.
Like it here.
Why not?
So foreign.
Well, it is a foreign country.
Yeah, you're basically just shooting all these assassins. It's pretty funny.
But I thought the reason
Because they're trying to get that guy, and he has no clue what's going on.
Yeah.
Why don't you try to relax and enjoy yourself? I'll bet you have a lot of fun if you just stop worrying.
Think so?
You need to, like, shoot them before they get him, of course. So it's pretty funny.
Of course I'm right. Let's walk down to the Medina and see.
It's a clever stage, but you're right. It's a little odd they start with this one. In fact, it's very odd they start with this one. It's one. This stage is very much like ingrained in my memory. Woo! That's a clever idea. Again, but starting it seems very, very odd. That you wouldn't start with just a normal, like, open, you know, level. Maybe I want to start you out light, because it's not very hard. We're playing on easy, though, so... Pop. At least they don't require, like, 5 shots, you know, 1 shot and done. So there's that part. Let's see, come on. Where's the next one? Oh, not that guy. So yeah, I got quite a few builds in the pipeline. I'm working on the one video for the just a beige computer then that's I'm going to work on tomorrow. All day. I'm taking a day off just to work on that. But then, yeah, I got the Super Socket 7 one I'd like to finish at some point. I might have the P2 build I'm working on too, which is kind of like a specific focus on it. We'd like to work on that one too. And I mean, I don't know, for anyone that's on here that does work on videos, I know several of you do, my list just keeps getting longer. Like, it never gets shorter. I get new ideas all the time. Aha! Take a drink. Roll credits.
There must be a hole in my pocket.
That's a cool thing with this machine too, is that I've used this a lot, and it's been very stable. This P3 has been one of my favorite machines that I've used, because it's the first one I built for the channel. But then it's just such a great era, you know. A strong P3 gets you so much, so that isn't even by far the fastest one, so I like just period accurate lately. Not hardcore period accurate, you know. I'm not a stickler for that. But it is fun, so. You're right, it's not very... And I think that's kind of like how the Litech engine is. Oh. It's not a very, like... I don't know. It's functional for the era.
You people have jobs.
I'll cover him for the next stretch.
There we go.
Get to apartment 12 and wait for my signal. Oh, and make sure to conceal your weapon. You'll cause a commotion.
Can I close the door? There we go. Apartment 12. Oh, hello. Stuff like this is really cool.
I heard he plans to marry the American girl.
You mean the girl who refuses to wear shoes?
Yes.
Loose, close the door.
Wonder if all American girls despise shoes. It seems very strange.
Apartment 12. 21, 22.
She may be crazy, but she is attractive.
Go downstairs.
But you're invariably
Yeah, the 440BX is just really
All women are
the
crazy.
bee's knees, right? So 10, 11, 12.
I'm in position.
Good. He's almost there.
I get to do it again here. A nice shooting gallery.
Here he comes. Get ready.
I know, but I want to drink my beer.
He's down.
Oh, where? I was on a window. What? Did it save it between there, or do I have to do it all over again now? You're kidding.
Would you like me to call out the targets for you?
I can handle this on my own.
Oh, for
thank you.
Pete's sake. I didn't realize he wasn't on the window. Failed the first mission on easy.
I want to go home.
Goodness gracious.
But we've only been here for 2 days.
I like it here.
I didn't realize I had to jump between 2 windows, but I am not a very good agent, apparently.
It is a foreign country.
I know that.
But it's weird because the engine, like you mentioned, is kind of flat looking in it. It's accurate, I think. It's just... I'm assuming it has to do with the shadows and the lighting. It wasn't very good at that time. You know, it's for the era. It's not bad, but it doesn't hold, you know, up to newer engines, obviously. Just in the feeling of depth in 3D. I think it's gotten so flipping good now. Like, I'm almost in disbelief at how good 3D engines are anymore, so... This is the CD-ROM version. I own it. Yeah, I have the CD-ROM sitting next to me here. I'd look, but I don't want to get the guy assassinated. But I believe... So the problem with... This one seems a quick save. I updated to 1.1003, which I think there was a quick save button there. The problem with this game is that it's basically licensing hell anymore. There's no way to, like, legally buy this game right now. But you can find it, of course, on eBay and everything. Otherwise, there are other ways to find it. It's on abandonware sites, I think, too. But it is... I can't remember the whole thing about the licensing, but it's just a huge mess, and it means that we won't be able to buy this game legitimately for a long time, unfortunately, if ever. So yeah, I've thought about Cyberpunk again too. I kind of want to hold off until I can get an RTX card almost. I have a coworker who has a 3080 Ti, and he, or 38, whatever, one of those. And he just keeps raving about how it looks like with maxed ray tracing on. And that's what I kind of want to wait for, because I, like many, were disappointed in all the things that Cyberpunk promised but didn't deliver on. Like the depth of the story, the world, how alive it felt, or it did not feel alive, you know, to me. So I was disappointed, but I think that if it had the graphical fidelity to kind of back it up, then that might compensate for that. So... yeah, and that's really crazy when you think about it. I know that I scoffed when the 2000 series of GeForce cards came out. Like, yeah, whatever, ray tracing. But now it's like, you see what they do with it, and it's pretty amazing. Just insane. Scum! Yeah, and that's the thing. I wish that the developer... I feel bad for the developers themselves. Like, you know, they were pushed by the management of it, and we'll go into all the politics behind it, but I feel bad for developers who poured so much energy into making this their vision. You can tell the bones are there, what they wanted to accomplish, but it's so far from done. Like, not just like bugs, but just like the missing features and the depth, and like it feels like an ocean an inch deep to me. When I run around in the city, like Witcher 3 always felt alive. There are random side quests everywhere, and it's like the villages feel like they're alive, but when driving through Cyberpunk, it just like, it looks the same. The NPCs were just falling around. Maybe it's better now, but like they just spawned all of them at the same time, and I don't know. It just felt very flat and dead. So, oh yeah, that would be awesome.
I'll cover him for the next stretch. Get to apartment 12 and wait.
All right, I think there's a quick save. Look at the settings. Because it said there was a... Alright, whatever. We'll just save then. Yeah, the quick save, F6. There we go.
Oh, and make sure to conceal your weapon.
Alright.
It will cause a commotion.
Close the door. Evening, Sukra. Welcome. We have just failed the first mission one time. So you missed that. I mean, I'm flawless. I just nailed it. So... But yeah, with the new machine I built and everything, what it needs is a 3 series card, but yeah, that's not happening anytime soon, unfortunately.
I'm in position.
Good. He's almost there.
So I have to, like, hop between the two here now. Can I just hop out here instead?
Here he comes. Get ready.
Get ready. So where... I suppose the call out would be useful here.
You just lost yourself a customer.
Huh.
This guy is too much.
Okay, yeah, because the first time I went here, the guy just popped in there and just... got shot right now.
Again. Where are you, you pesky little dime?
No scope. I'm not getting 360 though.
Find it quickly before the thieves swoop in like vultures.
Oh. I'm glad they have this very long wind-up of shooting. It does help. Plus, it seems pretty generous on the aim there. I'll check chat in a second here now. I'm just focused on not failing this again like a bozo. Yep.
Excellent shooting.
Whew, there we go. Got it. Nailed it. First try.
A little humility might suit you.
I'm teasing. We make a pretty
All right.
good team.
Damn, they must have spotted you. There's a group of thugs heading your way.
How
Oh,
many?
wow.
Looks like 6 of them. Can you handle it?
Of course I can. I'll meet you at the hotel in an hour.
All right. Take care of yourself.
Goodness, you're working with a lot deeper stuff that I could ever do, Yoda.
Be sure to check
Updating engines and everything. Hey, whoa. Well, they're after me now.
Someone there. Who's there? Who's there? Hello? Get down, everybody! Look out for the bullets!
Look out for the bullets. Okay. No stereotypes here, but I mean, there's so many Bond movies are set in this kind of environment. So, I mean, that's what they're leaning into, obviously, heavily. So, no, that's fine. I think that it's very okay to talk about this stuff. As long as the people that have it are, happy to talk about it, I think it's important to discuss and everything. There's the mail. I need that. Easy. I'm still alive, just badly burnt. And I have a, yeah, it's, I think it shouldn't be taboo. I'm all for that kind of stuff, because, like, it should not be taboo to talk about that stuff. I think that does a disservice to the,
Yes, sir.
to it in general,
No,
so.
sir. I mean, yes to the first part and no to the second part, sir.
Shut up. Just do as I say, you idiot.
Terrific. I know they're doing it for the story purposes, but, like, her outfit is not very spy-worthy.
I have a very fine monkey for you. Only $20.
Cheers. That's a very on-the-edge pour here.
What do you mean? I don't want a monkey.
Don't want a monkey.
Because I don't like monkeys. Now get that filthy beast away from me. Are you?
Look out for the bullets!
Didn't I just, like, punch you in the face?
Bullets are not my favorite!
You can shoot key padlocks. We're playing on easy here, so yeah. Revolver? Now we're talking.
Who is there?
No one.
Who is it?
I don't know sure where I'm going.
He's over here!
Yeah, we're very stealthy right now. Hello. There we go. Say, they gotta run now, right? What's in here, then? Ooh. I posted photographs of Agent Laurie and Archer on the bulletin board. Study them carefully. Yeah, this is supposed to be, sneaky here, but yeah, we ain't got time for that. It's like, I don't know. It's just having, like, a world like this where you kind of, like, explore a little bit. Just adds so much to the feel of the game, so. In the book, yeah, 20 bucks. Well, in 1960s money, how much is 20 bucks anymore? If you do inflation from like 65 or something, right? So there's that part.
Are you okay?
Yeah, 4 stealth missions are never fun. Like, that just, I don't know. It just takes you out of the thing, you know, so much. I won't shoot you, don't worry. Now, it makes sense, I guess, in a, you know, spy game. I did a lot with not much. You think of how... Body armor, yes, please. How much this game is doing with what it has. Explore everything. Might be some intel in here, who knows? There's a map in this game. No problem. Is there anything else there? It does. Oh, 170 bucks. There you go. Yeah, for a monkey. Thanks for looking that up. That's what I love about doing live stream stuff. People can look up stuff while I'm playing. This is a shortcut here. Where'd the monkey go? I'm lost already. Is there a map? That's where I came from. Yeah, it definitely has that feel to it. And I mean, I'm trying to think then. We know that Alien versus Predator, someone mentioned another game. So it's actually not Half-Life engine, it's a Lithtech. So Alien versus Predator uses the same engine. You know, things like that. It was not a 3-headed monkey. But I know there's a lot of other. So, was it Blood 2? They said use that as well, maybe? Maybe I got that wrong. Never saw me coming.
You cannot get away.
Whee! Had to fly down there, of course.
What sort of getaway did you have in mind?
Something
Excuse
quite
me?
romantic. It's for our anniversary.
I'm shooting everyone here. Oh. Oh, those are just hotel employees. I guess not. Oh my goodness, yeah. Better get to bed there, Bruce. Thanks for stopping by. Go out and do the important work of delivering all our stuff. So we want lots of stuff. No record of 6 between 55 and 63, however. Activities up to Fox, a notorious female thief, coincide with Archer's known location. Could be an infamous cat burglar. Sanity? I have. You mean this? This is a glorious game. We'll stream this sometime too, for sure. Featuring in the voice of ISDS Agent Kane, it's great. It's just so silly. I didn't realize this used, yeah, Monolith says right there, Lithtech, yeah. It actually is printed right on the box, so there you go. Good call on that one, yeah. Yeah, and the problem is that I have to set a certain bit rate, right, when I'm streaming to not overwhelm my internet, so that caps me a little bit on how good things can look, which is unfortunate, so that's what you're gonna do. If I had, you know, fiber internet, yeah. Well, Godspeed, Bruce. Appreciate all the work you do, because I like getting all stuff, so. Alright, let's take a look. There's nothing here. I don't think I ever played Blood 2. I played a bit of Blood 1, but...
Nope.
Damn, I gotta pee.
Well, go then.
What if she shows up while I'm in the restroom?
Oh, it's not a problem. Ah. It's very Austin Powers-y. So this came out about the same time as the first. No, this was after the first Austin Powers movie. The first Austin Powers movie was in '97, I think, right? But it leans into that heavily, like, you know, James Bond, of course, and then this James Bond and Austin Powers for sure. And they
Freeze! I said to you, freeze! Stay where you are. Do not move.
Here's Zoe. Stay where you are. Don't move. Oh, that's not happening. You can tell they add little scripted things and... I use the elevator? Nope. Hey, who's shooting me? They have to, like, fall off there, of course, as it's happening. Yeah, it is really good. And really, what the biggest detractor for me is just that choppy mouse movement. So I wish there was a way to fix that on an older one. I didn't have a chance to look it up because I installed it and got it working. And I'm like, awesome. And I played a little bit and it's like, well, it's really jittery movements. Like, I don't know why, but... Very secret agent-y. Shooting first, asking questions later. How we do it. Dirty glass. Yeah, they lean into all the stereotypes from the era.
Who is that?
It's me. Employees. Get in there. I don't know where I'm going right now. Ooh, body armor. Thank you. Well, that's the thing. It's like, I'm not sure it is because, like, if I just move like this, I'm not moving the mouse at all. Do you see the same hitching when that's happening? Because it doesn't seem like it to me. Like, the game seems to be running fine as far as frame hitching. I tried reducing all the settings dramatically to see if there's any difference, and there was not. There's, like, no difference as far as performance goes. But then when you start moving, you see how much it's, like, jittering or jerking, kind of like just a smooth movement of the mouse. Very slow movement. And it's just, you know, I think it's the mouse. Especially looking it up, there's a lot of people that talk about the mouse movement. So at least I left it at that. Now, if there's something else, it could be. But I have not found any way, either way, to fix... Like, even... I saw a lot of people talking about, like, the frame rate of the game was not very well, like, capped to the mouse or the input or something. So if you force it to 30 FPS or something, that can help. And that's, you know, might help. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the problem is. So people have ideas. I'm willing to try. We tried Ted's really shaky, weird PDF file or the DLL file I found there, but it did not help.
As usual, I was beginning to worry.
You always worry.
Can you blame me?
Yeah, that's true. We're running on a Voodoo 5, so there is, of
And you're
course...
like a fussy aunt.
You could at least leave my...
I could set it to 1 to run the Voodoo 4, basically.
Thank you.
But again, it doesn't seem like the jittering,
I can see that.
when I'm moving back and forth, is normal without a mouse movement. There's almost no jittering, so...
I know, this place is crawling with thugs.
Damn! How did they find us? We've been betrayed.
Yeah, I've shot like freaking 20 people to get here.
Are you sure you weren't followed?
Yes, positive.
Yeah, it could be.
If they know about the
I could try and
hotel,
disable it
they're
and set it to the
waiting for
Voodoo
us at the
4
coast.
level, basically, to 1 APU and try it.
When she sails, we'll have
Is there
to
any
get out of
difference?
Morocco on our own.
Or you could stay here. Permanently.
Oh no!
Volkov! Get down, foolish girl! I have dreamed about this day for 6 years.
Oh no! My mentor.
I only regret I do not have time to make your demise more eventful.
They should make a movie. Netflix should pick this up with a movie. Oh, terrible shot.
After him.
This is all my fault. If you hadn't been worrying about me, he never would have got the drop on you.
Silly girl.
Oh, really? On every single one, huh?
Don't
Even
say that.
Jester Gear PC2.
Die for.
But, yeah, I think of what we talked about above all, let me try his name, there's got it nailed down. As far as I understand, it has to do with the mouse input in this engine or game being the problem.
Kill her.
But why didn't you kill her, Mr.
That's what it comes down to.
I meant
Mm-hmm.
but my hunger.
You're right, exactly. So it's... I can try a higher DPI mouse, but at least from what I've found, this is very common. And yes, I am using just a standard ball mouse for this, an old compact ball mouse. So there's certainly room for improvement there. I can certainly try to plug in a optical mouse and see if it helps, but it seems like it's a very common problem with this this game. Like you Google No One Lives Forever and mouse jitter, there's pages of it that's being discussed, and there's actually a fix for it. You probably missed that from earlier. But there is an actual fix for it in a modern patch for the game. That doesn't help us, so... I'm back later with different equipment. Ooh. Gotta disarm all the bombs. It's set us up the bomb. Reload, reload. Save your life again. So yeah, it sounds, at least from what I've found, yeah, it really has to do with how the game implements, and I'm not a programmer, so don't take my word for gospel here. It just seems like it's how they implemented the input in this game for mouse movement. That's really is the core problem, so... Whoops, I didn't mean to shoot you in the head with a revolver. It's fine. It's fine. Woo. Yeah, that's very true. It's the other way around. Yeah, that's what it comes down to, right? So this game probably plays, you know... I'm curious to check it out now with the updated patch. I assume that runs fine on Windows 10 then. The modern patch was probably the intent for that to be able to run like that natively. Yes, there's a cat there for sure. She decided to move. Keeps coming up over and over. Disarm the bomb. Ooh. Tattered sheet of paper, which is Leon, your wife called. Your mother-in-law will write for... Okay. Cat tax, yep. Zoe jumps up here and there, so... There's some stuff here. Pick that up. That might be helpful. Can't do anything there. Yeah, welcome, Fire219. If I haven't seen you here before, I apologize, but welcome anyway. So, someone correct me here again. As far as I understand, in Direct3D, the Voodoo 5 is VSync on by default. You literally can't turn it off. If you look at the control panel of the Voodoo 5, you can turn on and off VSync for OpenGL and 3D, or OpenGL and Glide, but not for Direct3D. If I missed that, let me know, and I will take a look. But I poked around there. I could not find a way to like force VSync. And as I understand, the Voodoo 5 on Direct3D is VSync is always on. Like you can't turn it off. But I found people saying that VSync, triple buffer, and all that good stuff, turning all that on helped. I have the mouse smoothing on at max. Well, they were just shooting hostages straight up. Brutal. So, okay. So, at least from what I understand, I am using... I don't remember. I'm using whatever Nathan recommended for me, I think, when I got the Voodoo 5. Which might be the last official drivers from 3D Effects or something. Secret Agent Rambo. 3D Effects overclock utility, okay. So, well, that confirms it again, right? It's basically on. And as I understand it, from what I found, the jittery movement can be fixed by turning on VSync. So in this case, we all are on, so basically all the time. Jeez, execution here. A lot of driver options here now, but because what it basically comes down to is one VSync on, which should be on. So yeah, I used to have that too. When I first got my optical mouse when I was younger, and when it's not 8, I forced the higher sample rate too. I remember thinking it was so cool with my Intel mouse. Like, yeah, I got a higher sample rate because it's laser. I'll say, did I miss some bombs? Because I've been looking for them, but I didn't see any. That's probably fine. Right? Like I missed some, but... some do live forever, you're right. Some don't live forever. So I just found one bomb. I feel that's probably not enough. Right? Quick save, but I feel like I have to go back and... there's just one bomb. It feels like it was not enough. Yeah. I don't think there's a timer. But yeah, I'm open to suggestions. Sounds like there's a lot of talking about the polling rate and everything too. But yeah, I've at least, I mean, looking this up a lot, there's a lot of people that had problems. And the fact that it's fixed with the modernizer patch straight up, leads me to believe. Yeah, let's see. Just time and mission. Hear any beeping? Bombs are supposed to beep, right? Right? We'll play the secret agent hide and seek now. Ooh, look at that. Intel. I'm a Russian spy. Ooh. It's a heavy heart and tear-stained cheeks that I write these words. I am not the man you believe me to be. In truth, I'm a Russian spy. I regret to inform you that I'm returning home to my real life, and I will never see you again. Sorry to misled you. Regards, your husband, Clark. Well, that's pretty brutal. The letter. Oh, there's a bomb. Right there. That's 2. Probably more, right? Yeah, I got a lack of it, yeah. Happy birthday to your coworker for tomorrow. Yeah, because we had the first one that was on the door there. Good thing they basically seem to have unlimited time, so we're not in a hurry, apparently. That was 2 bombs. A map will be useful. Oh, there's one. Oh. So they put bombs on 2 doors and a vending machine. Those bastards! Don't blow out the vending machine. What if we need snacks? It's funny when you think about like what a modern game engine can do and how much they probably forced or struggled to get this to do what they wanted, right? Yeah, the wicker baskets will save you.
I'll find you wherever you go.
Kill her, you incompetent fools!
Touche. There are 4 bombs. I was gonna say, they really forced the engine to do what they wanted to be able to do the scripting, you know? To make it look cool and everything. And then you get a modern engine that probably does everything for you. Road infestation. Great. Apprehend Volkov by shooting him, probably.
Get back here. Go ahead, you have made my day.
Do I still have my... Yeah, I have my carbine. Oh, yeah. No scoping these guys. That is true. I mean... Yeah, I suppose. But I think about it, too. I mean, that would have been pushing the envelope. I remember Final Fantasy VII, like, the 3D cutscenes and everything were just, like, mind-blowing to me. Who's shooting me? Oh, that guy right there. Very impressive. But this isn't the worldwide of sports. Oh, don't shoot those guys. Oh, there's a monkey again. Do not shoot the monkey. Yeah, forget about Jurassic Park. Like, it still friggin' holds up. And I mean, virtually everything in Jurassic Park, I think, is CGI, right? It's amazing. And maybe because we don't have Uncanny Valley, our brains don't know what a dinosaur is supposed to look like, right? You render a person, and it's always going to look kind of janky. I mean, look at Tron Legacy, you know. You replace the face and everything. It just does not look right. But then you look at a dinosaur from Jurassic Park back then, and it looked amazing. Still holds up today. That would be a good twist. The monkey. It'd be cool if some doors would be openable here. Hello. Don't worry about me. Just running through the street shooting everyone I see. Where I came down, right? Yep, that's all the dead guys are. Yeah, it was. And I mean, I feel like, you know, they made the right choices in general. I mean, when you have the T-Rex scared the bejeebus out of me, or the raptors, I mean, it feels and looks the part in general, regardless if that was lighting or just CGI. It was just really well made, so... Oh, I haven't been in here.
What's going on? Why is everybody shooting at each other?
Just keep your head down.
Don't worry about it. That's true. At least there wasn't feathers. That would have changed the equation considerably and make it look not quite as good.
Bullets are not my favorite.
Bullets are not my favorite. I think he's rolling down the stairs and everything when you shoot him. It's pretty cool. That's true. Frog DNA. I am still alive, which is something to be said. I'm no-scoping people now. Yeah, I know that there's definitely practical. It's kind of a mixture. I think they went smarter with it. Like, you know, some things are practical, some things are CGI, and they blended that. I think it's the reason, like, you know, Lord of the Rings works so well, too. Because you have the bigatures, right? Evening, Ozzy. Yeah, I've never played No One Lives Forever 2. I've definitely played this one before. I beat it originally. So now we're back to doing that. Or we'll probably won't beat it, but... Yeah, it's... I don't know. It was a big budget movie. It was Spielberg, right? They probably had virtual limitless budget when it comes to that. He did a really good job, of course, but just what a trend-setting movie. I have not seen many of the new ones. I assume that's virtually all CGI. Which detracts a little bit from the experience, right? I still have to use his gun, but it's just so darn effective. Kate Archer. Oh, hi. Just getting your stuff. It has come to our attention that unit is developing an airborne sleeping agent, attempting to obtain samples, as it may help with your insomnia. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the practical effects. I think, again, for me, that's what made the Lord of the Rings trilogy is so cool was just all the use of practical effects. Like, they use CGI where they needed to fill in the gaps, if you will. To generalize. I mean, there's a lot of CGI in it too. But it's just, it sells the environment so much better. I know that they, for all the armor and stuff like that, it's all real. Versus, like, you know, the prequel trilogy, for example, like, you know, I don't think they ever built a single robot for the episode 1. It was all CGI, you know. The henchman had a good life. Laserdisc? That would be pretty amazing, yeah. Picking them off before I go downstairs here. Whoop. Oh. I did not mean to do that, but... That will make the difference between plastic looking or not. And it's like, you look at like something like a modern blockbuster, like a Marvel movie, and in most cases they get it pretty good, but it's still weird to think that it's still not perfect. Like, you look at it and there's like explosions and this, you know, whatever, lasers and everything, that's fine, CGI. But then you add like the armor on Iron Man and stuff, like how important is to get the lighting and reflections right. I know they spend a lot of time on that, but it doesn't always sell it in every scene. You know, most of the time it looks really good, but you can still tell this is very, very CGI, and that's kind of expected. I thought, maybe, I could be very wrong there, obviously, if you guys know better, that there was not a single, like, actual robot made for episode 1. I will stand corrected if that's the case. I thought I saw it in the behind the scenes. They were all, like, CGI. If they weren't, then, yeah, I'm wrong. So. Oh, episode 2. Clone Troopers. That's what I'm thinking of. There were no Clone Trooper armor made. They were all CGI. There was, like, not a single Clone Trooper in armor. I think. Well, when you can do it in style, yeah. Is this the way out in case I fall down? I thought there would be a secret down here. Yeah. Just had to be. It's all too convenient otherwise. There you go. Yep, there you go. That's what I was thinking. Not the robots. I was sort of... Yeah. No, I do not have AA on at all. I tried it, actually, a little bit, but the Voodoo 5500 just can't muster it on this resolution. It just really slowed the game down a lot to the point where it wasn't enjoyable, so... that's what I was thinking of, so... Yep, I stand corrected. It was not the robots. Not the robots, they were the people. No, it took off. He was waiting for me there, too, while I collected that extra collectible. And I understand for the purpose of the game, but why is she wearing that, so... I think it's just that the Voodoo 5 doesn't have enough horsepower. I'm not a graphics card expert, but I don't...
Huh? Who are you?
I mean...
Good afternoon.
AA was just... You have 2 and 4 on this guy. But this game is from 2000.
We'll see
And the Voodoo 5... Came on 2000, but it was delayed, right? So...
I'm going to ask you nicely. Where can I find Volkov?
Nice try, but I'll tell you nothing.
I'll ask again. Where can I find Volkov?
And I'll say again, nice try, but I'll tell you nothing.
I'll ask you one last time. Where can I find Volkov?
What kind of two-dimensional halfwit do you take me for? You think I'll tell you something just because you asked me 3 times? I have a master's degree in economics from Princeton University. I'm not some idiot, you know?
You don't even know where he is, do you?
Yes, I do.
What was I thinking? Why would Dmitri Volkov tell a lackey like you where he was going?
Dmitri and I are very close. Very close.
A little reverse psychology there.
And I don't appreciate being called a lackey. I work very hard. It's not easy being a criminal, you know. There's a great deal of pressure.
Goodbye.
Wait, don't go. I don't know where Volkov is, but I do have something you may be interested in.
That's great. It's still funny, you know.
It should only take about 15 minutes to get to the airport. You'd like that, wouldn't you? Excuse me?
Not on your life, you scoundrel! I'm an American citizen! We have morals in America!
I don't understand what you're talking about.
This is unbearable! Pull over this instant! I'd rather walk to the airport than listen
Goodness.
to this filth! I thought this was supposed to be a civilized country!
Oh my. Oh. Worked hard to protect the guy. There's our assassin then possibly leaving the Rose. Yeah, they're not very round. They're a little chunky. Junky tires. DVDs. Oh my goodness, good grief. Good grief. Yeah, I remember I got my first, like, I had a Pioneer slot-in loader for my Pension 2 300 with the MPEG decoder card, which is sitting over here now. And I watched DVDs on that.
She'll be here. If she gets away, I will kill
Excuse me.
every man she leaves alive.
And I had an S-video cable running across my apartment there for a while to watch DVDs on my CRT TV, so that was so cool. One less henchman. Stop running. There we go. Very sneaky. Very sneaky. Running guns blazing right away. Deus Ex this is not, but still, it's a cool game and a cool experience for the era. Yeah, DVD is fascinating, I think, too. Especially this is, I mean, I'm prime age for it, right? DVD came out, and that I just jumped headfirst into it. I still have the first movie I imported from America. So I'm from Sweden, for those that don't know, and I grew up there and everything. And the first movie I imported was The Matrix, because I had to. So I paid to ship the US version of The Matrix all the way to Europe. And for those not aware, this is not a sawed-off sniper rifle. The DVDs use a region lock, right? Now, it was not hard to get a hold of a region-free DVD player, and it's pretty much a requirement to get cheap movies. And it was just stupid the way they did it. I think it was to control the flow of movies on release dates across the world. And I felt really silly to do that, where, you know, you could just, hey, why don't we just sell more movies? Nope. We need to control the release schedule for them and everything, and that caused so many problems. So an Xbox now is a great way to play region-free whatever. I use an Xbox as my primary, like, play my PAL movies, so... Yep, that feels about right. 22 years ago. Jeez Louise, and Matrix 4 is about to come out, huh? Which I'm tentatively excited for. I'm gonna try and go in with an open mind. I like Keanu Reeves, although... I feel sad he's attached to Cyberpunk, so... I think he's the internet's boyfriend, so... There we go, it's gotta be some guys walking around here. Rop him. Oh, that's true. Well, I mean, the DVDs weren't cheap in Europe either. I'm trying to remember what we paid for one. It was a lot of... price competition on DVDs in Sweden. There were several companies selling them super cheap, but they kind of got... Whoa! Fog explosions, we don't like that. I don't think I shot the car that hard. That's true, yeah, to get it maximized for each region. I just always figured it was more like they had... Not all movies came out right away in the different markets right at the same time. Or just be able to control it better in general. And they didn't want the leak or the slipping of, like, for example, if they can mass produce for one market, sell it cheaper there, they don't want that to leak into other markets where they can charge more, right? So, because remember, you could buy, you know, Asian copies usually cheaper, I think, so. And then US for sure, buying in Europe, buying US versions of DVDs was usually cheaper. I assume just because of volume, if nothing else. Yeah. Oh, Keanu. He's so cool guy. Too bad about Cyberpunk. I mean, stuffed up here, but I'd drink beer or something. But it's weird because I'm in the Midwest in the U.S. and right now we're having almost like a resurgence of, like, it was 70 degrees today, December 2nd. It was 70 degrees Fahrenheit outside, and I think it's causing some stuff like bloom that's giving me freaking allergies in December. That's just crazy. I think it's gonna get colder here soon, but yeah. Kids were outside playing in the warm today and barely wearing jackets. But yeah. I didn't mess with video CDs at all, or VCDs. DVD, I went from like VHS, because my parents ran like a gas station with a grocery store attached to it, which had rental. So we had DVD rentals, or VHS rentals, basically free then. Which then morphed into DVD, so we're pretty quick to pick up the format, so... 75, good grief. Can I blow that up? Pretty big area here. This is a minefield. It feels like it's a minefield. Do not attempt to cross the minefield without the benefit of mine detector. You will most likely blow yourself up, thereby requiring us to find a replacement for you, which is an expensive, time-consuming process. Oh, we could just YOLO it. Quick save. Whoops. Well, that's fine. Good thing we quick save there. Oh yeah, Florida is a little different story, I suppose. Here, we normally, by now we definitely have snow, so... Or not definitely, but it would definitely be colder. I don't think I can get through here very easily. I suppose I can shoot the mines. I don't think I see anything on the ground that identifies them. Can I just throw a coin? Nope. I don't think there's anything identifying them, so... It's pretty glorious end to her career there. Just like super spy and just everything, and then she just walked around in minefield. But I don't think I see anything that identifies these mines. I'm assuming I need a metal detector then. I mean, I don't see... I think that'd be something on the ground or something. I suppose normally you'd bury a mine, right? So, yeah. That's true. The laundry just blew up when I got close to it. I was hoping to see what would happen if you just shot that fire there, but a quick load. No, I just took a boatload of damage there, so F9 is quick load. Don't want to mess up our laundry. But yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen, so. Path one's up to a villa. You're quoting something I'm not familiar with, but we'll just skip that for now. I mean, like, walking. Yeah, it's like everything just hurts there, I think. I assume I need something to get through there. I'm not sure we can replay missions, but I don't think I have anything in my gadget inventory. There's a little puzzle there, I suppose. You could just, you know, guess your way through, but just try and try and try. Hello. Thanks so much, Thor. Really appreciate it. Yes, that was Detonator. That is my new skill. I think the new goal now is to basically blow myself up in every game we play, some way or another. Alright, it is decreed. I will try and blow myself up every time we play a game of some variety. Oh, look, I can't get in, but this well looks interesting. But thanks so much, Thor. I really appreciate it. Well, that's convenient. I wonder where this leads, game designer. Can I get up here? Yeah. I mean, really. Ooh. Yep, we will try and find a way to blow ourselves up in every game. It'll be a SMG, and now we're talking. Now we're talking.
Someone there?
Nope. They really use those rolling downstairs animations.
Who is here? Hey!
No one here.
Nothing. Just making sure you were awake.
I guess I could try and sneak some. Oh, where's the fun in that? We're playing it easy. I will say that, right? So that does help a lot. The other thing is, like, I like a modern video card. I have a 1080 in my main rig that I bought brand new. That I'm not replacing anytime soon at this rate, but I would love to just experience full RT with HDR and all the good stuff, you know? It would be cool to see that, because, I mean, it's made leaps and bounds, or it's progressed by leaps and bounds in the last few years, so.
Who is that? There's a ship out there.
Super Spy. I think James Bond kills a lot of people, so there's that part. Let me turn this off. Nope, it's generator.
Hello?
Yeah, that's very Medal of Honor now. No more ammo here? That's lame. A PCI. Oh my goodness. On a Haswell board? I'm not sure I'm familiar with that, but. Hello? Anyone I can shoot in here? No? It's a big area. Alright, so this is the courtyard, the entrance then.
Who's there? Look out for the bullets!
Who's shooting me? Oh, I see. Got it. Never mind. I thought you meant like a brand, but no, by the Haswell. I'm just dumb tonight apparently, but
No, please.
oh, is he?
We will meet again, Miss Archer.
Okay. Oh, race to shore alive. Well, that was easy enough. Just gun my way through. 122 kills. How many henchmen does this guy have? 122 guys killed. I did not get a single casualty from the civilians. Detected 144. That's fine. It's fine.
Needless to say, the Morocco assignment was an unmitigated disaster. Report to the war room for debriefing, and try to control your temper.
What? It just happened. It wasn't my fault. It was just the twirly mustache guy was there. He's bad, okay?
Well, I think we can classify Morocco as a complete disaster. I knew we were asking for trouble, sending a woman and a fossil like Lowry on an assignment like this.
Oh, now.
Let's not rush to judgment, shall we?
What's set up?
Rush to judgment? I think the facts speak plainly enough. Ambassador Monroe is dead, and we lost another operative, albeit one who should have been put out to pasture long ago. And all we have to show for it are a belligerent,
fair enough. I mean, it was pretty bad.
who knows nothing of use, and Ms. Archer here.
Yeah, one thing I like to revisit is back in, so I'm trying to think what era this would be now. When I played Deus Ex Human Revolution, I actually had a Crossfire setup of two 6850s Radeons, and I do have those still. So I like to do a build or a video on that one too, which is more modern stuff that I usually mess with. But I want to kind of relive that era of having that Crossfire setup. That would have been a Athlon or a Phantom X2 or something like that. I can't remember, but you can say what you please about me, but if you speak ill of Bruno again, I'll demonstrate my alarming lack of competence on your thick skull. I'd like to remind you that Volko was lying in wait. Someone betrayed us.
I'd like to remind you that Volkov was lying in wait. Someone betrayed us.
Indeed, and it seems that someone may have been your charming mentor.
Bruno? What are you talking about?
The evidence is largely circumstantial, but it is nonetheless compelling.
That's crazy.
In light of information unearthed during our investigation in Morocco, we now believe that Agent Lowry, Bruno, was in league with these harm chaps.
I haven't messed with Macs from that era. The newest one I have is the Mirror Door Mac with a dual 1 GHz processor in, which I'll cover at some point. I'll just add it on my list.
Was a personal friend and one of our best agents.
I have so many things on my list. That's why I'm taking tomorrow off, for example, because I feel like this video is taking too long now. I just want to get a ton of the shooting done, and try and start working on the editing process if I can tomorrow.
Can you be sure? Every man has his price, every woman too, I expect. When a man reaches the end of his career, it's only natural that he begins to worry about the future.
So much, fully voiced dialogue and everything.
Moral constitution even find it in themselves to resort to treason.
Yeah, we definitely, I'm looking at this one, we definitely have a street in this one.
What are you insinuating?
Merely that if Bruno were capable
That's great.
of treason...
I played a demo of this one, and then I found a big box for it not long ago, so...
Neither our prerogative nor our intent.
I remember playing with that Crossfire, is that in principle, and the games that supported it was pretty good, but in several cases it was not great, and it caused problems, but...
Although we call upon you reluctantly, I assure you.
Ooh. You are the player character, so we do have to let you complete the mission.
Who wishes to defect to the west with our assistance. We know that Dr. Schenker is working on
Yeah, it's pretty impressive, and this is running at 1024. We could crank it up more, but I'm sure if you run this game on 2003, 2004 machine, that would just, you can run at much higher resolution and settings and anti-aliasing and everything, but we're running on exactly period accurate hardware here now. Age-appropriate processor, age-appropriate video card. I mean, literally the same era or same year of video cards. So, which you can argue that the Voodoo 5 then was late to the game and all that stuff, right? But
it's what we call a domino effect exchange. You'll meet with a series of contacts, each of whom will provide a piece of the puzzle, so to speak. Because the contacts don't know about each other or your mission, the vague information they possess will be meaningless.
Long exposition, which is her standing there.
To the Stasi, should they get their hands on it.
Perfect.
I think you just had a little Scottish accent there. Perfect.
Our man on the inside, Werner von Haupt, will place explosive charges at several.
Is that the monkey arm guy from the beginning?
You'll need to locate these charges and set the timers. We also require that you.
But yeah, that's a challenge I have now. So many things I want to cover at the time. Like, I have a full-time job and 3 kids, so it's challenging sometimes to squeeze it in. So, all right, Suker, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you later. So.
That should get you inside the test facility where Dr. Schenker will be working. Locate the
We'll be doing our spy stuff by shooting everyone, apparently.
Keep in mind that if this mission should succeed, we will have struck a mighty blow to the Soviets. We're counting on you, Archer.
I won't let you down.
Yeah, I think it's appropriate for the era. Like, I feel like there might have been more oppressive engines or, I don't know, games around this era, but this is still, I think, quite good, so. Yeah, that's the thing, too. I have 2 GTX 260s that I'd like to crossfire something, or not crossfire, but SLI just because I can. But I feel like now we have the benefit that we have more mature drivers, right? We didn't have to deal with the issue right on the day. Because that's, I think, the biggest challenge I found, especially with Crossfire 6850s, is that the games that fully supported were great, but in a lot of times that wasn't supported so well. Either with the drivers or the game itself. But then, now we have the benefit of looking back at those games from now, when that stuff is matured and is much better supported, right? So, there's that part. I think we'll learn some new stuff now.
Zoom in for a closer look at a distant target. Take a picture of this intelligence item with your sunglasses. All right, now open the door to the next
That's very clever.
Unfortunately, this cigarette lighter is just an ordinary run-of-the-mill cigarette lighter. Still, it can be useful for providing light, starting fires, or... All right, now open the door to the next area.
Yeah, to start some fires. We're a novice pyromaniac now.
Conspicuous-looking lipsticks are actually powerful explosive devices that detonate on impact. Accustom yourself to the weight and explosion radius, and try not to blow yourself to smithereens.
Pretty powerful. Oh, I should probably use it there, huh? Can I have more? Kind of used all the things. I just soft lock myself. I think I just soft locked myself by using all the things before. That's hilarious. Let's see if it auto-saved here. Yeah. Oops. Oh, come on. There we go. That's pretty funny. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Whoops. Test the stupid stuff and find all the stuff, yeah. Got it. 2004 game on Voodoo 2? My goodness. What was it the LGR did? Did he run, I think it was, Doom 3 on, Doom 3 on a Voodoo 3, was it? Because he ran a patch to, like, really turn down everything, and it, you know, basically not hilarious, but... Okay, let's try this again. It was a Voodoo 3, right? Not a Voodoo 2. Was it? I don't remember now, but that was pretty neat. I love the thumbnail because it's just got that very low resolution texture guy just standing there.
There are several important things to know about security cameras. First, as tempting as it may be, don't destroy them if you can help it. Whoever is monitoring the security system is likely to send...
Yeah, it was a neat thing. It's like, play was never designed for that, and it was a cool thing to do, and videos like that can be really fun, so...
If the light on a camera starts flashing, it means you've been detected, and the camera is attempting to focus on you.
Did they explain that here, at least? In most games, it's just like, it started blinking and you're getting detected. Like, hey, the camera is focusing on you, and that's what's causing it, so... Okay, but let me in.
Now open the door to the next area. Searchlights are also best avoided. Shooting them
Okay,
will likely
goodness.
cause every bit as much commotion as being
Yeah,
caught at the
I think I've had a lot of, you know, it's like using an older video card now, you can still play a lot of, I mean, there's so many games available now. You think about any digital storefront or whatever, there's hundreds of games, especially if you go for stuff that's a little older, available that you can play. What?
Step behind the yellow line to reset the simulation.
The light did not touch me. Did not touch me, see?
Excellent.
Alright. There. We managed to get past the soft locking.
We've been contacted by Dr. Otto Schenker, an East German biophysicist who we believe is working on a top-secret biological weapons program for the Soviet Union. Dr. Schenker has expressed a desire to defect. He has asked us to assist him in exchange for information on his research.
I sure love the Britishness of this.
Couldn't have arisen at a worse time. After that
Yeah, it's weird when you get these little... it's all software licensing, right? It's weird when you get these games that just aren't available anymore. I do have Sonic CD on just a loose CD for PC, but licensing just sucks. It's unfortunate because there's so many games that just vanish. Like, again, that we're playing now, No One Lives Forever, licensing hell. And it's probably not going to come out anytime soon. So it really stinks that stuff like that gets stuck. And I mean, it is what it is. Infiltrate the East Berlin compound. So we have the explosive charges, photograph classified documents. That's fine, we'll just default equipment. Start mission. Alright, so here's the sneaky requirement then, I guess. We'll see how far we get on this one tonight. Can I just go in guns blazing instead? I gotta do spy stuff with my spy game. So, for 2000, I mean, it's got... So, Deus Ex came out the same year, right, too? So, it certainly has some Deus Ex vibes, you know? Locate your first contact. I assume this is this guy.
Guten Abend, Fräulein. Do you make love to strangers?
Certainly not.
Then allow me to introduce myself.
Why not just introduce yourself to a police officer and spare me the trouble?
Who makes up these ghastly code phrases anyway?
Someone in the cryptography department.
That was so cold code thing.
What do you have for me?
Just this. The entrance
yeah, and that's, I think GOG is really good for that.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Where's the payphone? There it is.
Hello.
Very inconspicuous. Yeah, the GoldenEye, the Xbox 360 one, I think, is exploded now, right? In the modding scene, and people have modified that, and it was like a remake of GoldenEye that just never surfaced.
Tell the person who wrote the code phrase to grow up.
Ring room 205, then go upstairs and knock on a door. Okay. So now we're in Berlin. Yeah, that's true. They do keep pushing, and like eventually things might come out.
I don't want to talk to you.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think I remember that Solar too. Night Dive has done a lot of really cool remasters. But yeah, no dice whatsoever.
Leave me alone.
Ring room 205. Meh.
I'd rather run
That's true, yeah, that's a good point. You should really do that too. I mean, I've done it before, like when I played,
Yeah, now that you mention it.
what is it? I'm forgetting the name now. Star, whatever, the star-based stimulating game. I went to buy it on GOG, and I dropped it on my XP machine and played it. It was simple as that. Like, and I feel good doing that because, like, you're paying for an actual game to play. I know it's just a few bucks, but having the option to do that is awesome.
It says of the library.
Rendezvous with contact in the bar. It's just like a checkpoint thing here now. Oh, yeah, I should back that up too. My NAS is filled with lots of stuff from abandonware sites and stuff like that. But yeah, it's not a bad idea to go on GOG and do that too. No, it's Startopia. One of the ones where you build like a space station and kind of like a, you know, funny style. So it's not a bad idea either. Let's see, it said beer here somewhere. Yeah, there we go. Beer. Yeah. Go to the bar. Smooth cigarettes. But I kind of want to try this on my modern machine now with the modern patch. I bet it looks really nice.
Would you like a drink?
That guy in this looks very...
The most beautiful girl I have ever seen.
This writing is really funny here, too.
But I can put you in the hospital if you want. Maybe you can find someone to take care of you there. Maybe.
Maybe.
What sort of imbecile says things like this?
I'm afraid to find out.
By the way, I am supposed to tell you this. Behind the shelf.
Thanks.
Please don't think that I enjoyed saying those things to you. Even though the words were not mine, I am so disgusted with myself that I must return home and wash myself with soap.
Some sad person in the cryptography department. It's
young woman, I wish you luck.
The entrance is hidden in the basement of the library behind the shelf.
Bribe the gate guard to get inside the compound. I think I found the gate guard. Should probably save. There we go. Yeah, there's so many. There's so many cool games. I mean, think about it, like what we have now, especially being retro gamers. I think most of us enjoy playing retro games, right? But you think back to, like, you know, basically late 80s to now, the volume of games available that you can either have for cheap or find easy, it's just crazy. How do you keep track of everything, you know? All right, Solar, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Sleeping is good, I suppose, if you have to. I probably should sleep too soon, but... Gate guard. Oh, he's right here. Can I bribe you? Hello.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
I found this money.
All right, Christopher, thanks for stopping by.
I thought it might be yours.
Have a good weekend. I'll see you next week.
Go quickly. Do not get caught.
Don't get caught.
Did she really say that to you? So what did you do? What do you think I did? I know what I would have done. Then you have your answer. Did you hear that?
I threw the corn right in front of them.
I heard it.
Don't worry about it.
What was that noise?
This did not go as planned. Whoops. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, knowing that LGR posted the RMC multi-Mr. system and everything, and I mean, he's definitely working on a Mr. video, so... My Mr. video is still my most popular one, and it's funny because on the Mr. Discord, people still ask me to make another one. They called me the Firefly of Mr. videos because I made one and I disappeared, so I am working on another one as well. Let's see, that one is 1308, okay. So, Mr. is a really, really cool one. It is a really cool platform, so I suppose I should sneak a little more.
What are you doing here?
I found this money on the ground outside. I thought it might be yours.
Ausgezeichnet. Go quickly. Do not get caught.
I didn't get caught as much as I got killed, so, you know.
Did she really say that to you? Yeah, can you believe it? So what did you do? What do you think I did? I know what I would have done. Then you have your answer. So, how was she? What do you mean? You know what I mean.
Yeah, it is using original hardware, so I see solar. But I love the Mister. I use it more than I almost like.
What did you say?
I'm working on a 32-inch JVC D series TV in the garage I found here a couple days ago. Trying to calibrate it. I am messing with a tube TV with the back open. Really? How did they see me? I'll have to quick load that. How did they see me? I guess I'll have to hide behind that trash can longer.
What are you doing here?
I found this money on the ground outside. I thought it might be yours.
Go quickly. Do not get caught.
Here I have my co-drivers here that can help me with the game. I guess it's Shadow here.
Yeah, can you believe it? So what did you do? What do you think I did? I know what I would have done. Then you have your answer. So, how was she? What do you mean?
Oh, quick save right here.
I mean? No, I don't. I thought you said
Oh, that's a camera.
You know. What? I didn't say that.
No, they didn't see me.
What did you say? Kill her.
Really?
You know what I mean. No, I don't.
I hate 4 stealth sections.
You know.
They just suck.
What? I didn't say that. What did you say? Why do you even have to ask? I didn't think I had to ask. But I guess I was wrong. You can take your mind out of the gutter.
There we go. Underwater. Save here. Yeah, you're right. I thought you could play the game. I figured you're like, oh, I know exactly what to do. But you're right. Just stay in the shadows there. Where's the, there it is. This is clearly the way to go, so... Oh, they always have a sewer level, you're right. Yeah, that's the thing when it comes to buying retro stuff. It's like you can get lucky, but it pretty much comes down to you pretty much have to... you pretty much have to, like, buy from eBay. There's just very few things you can't, you know. Cameras here? Well, I got us away, I think.
Thought I heard someone.
Hi. Some serious GoldenEye vibes now with these weapons. I even got an AK-47. Very, very GoldenEye now. Where's the alarm? That was not the intended thing. I guess it's not mandatory sneak here. We can just shoot our way through. But yes, I prefer the shooting too. Who's shooting me? Okay, so where'd the MP5 go? There we go. Yeah, alarms, I just hate them. Oh, there's a camera right there. That's what got me. Like in a lot of games, I think of the Deus Ex stuff, you can basically just shoot everything. Oh, there's the inner gate control, so that's the one I needed then. I think. Really? I can't push that? Alright, maybe we'll quick load and see where we're at now. Where did I leave off here? Yeah, I'm very much of the shoot first. So I don't have to go in there. How did the alarm trigger? Who saw that? Really? Who saw that? I mean, really? I don't know what the game engine is trying to do here now. Oh, there's a camera there. That would do it. Maybe the camera that was right there. Maybe. Can I lure this guy out of here?
Who's over there?
Come on.
Maybe I just think I'm hearing things.
Come get it. Yeah, thanks for everyone pointing out what I clearly did not see. Why don't you come on here and take a look? You see me and come chase me?
Oh, crap, we're in trouble now. We need more backup.
No, he just triggered the alarm right away. How did I get him out of there? Yeah. I guess the thing, we're getting into a game that is a, stealth game, so... I'm trying to think. It feels like a lot of the stealth games have had some sort of, throwing mechanic like that to distract or rock, but he doesn't care the door's opening.
Where are you? I thought I heard it over there.
I couldn't get him, I couldn't, I could shoot the camera, but apparently that makes him react. I couldn't get the weapon out fast enough there, but that should work.
Could have sworn I heard something over there.
Come on and find. Come on, look. Jeez. Really? How did they hear that? I guess he screamed his freaking lungs out. Alright. Blowing this place up now. Done. John Wick time. No more cameras. No more Mr. Nice Spy, or Mrs. Nice Spy. Open the gate, Proximo. Alright, yeah, we're doing this the hard way now. We're saving here, we're committing. Can't open that. Whoa. Throwing grenades now? That's not cool. don't think we need the silencer anymore. Because the dum-dum's working pretty well. Think of the stupid cameras. I hate them. If the game doesn't penalize you for playing it this way, then so be it. That's a lot of long German words there. It's a guy in a nest up there. Run! Ah. I do have the MP5 too. I don't have any way to heal myself, but we're just doing this now the hard way. I'm done sneaking around. No way to turn off the alarm though, that would be nice. Goodness, they're pretty good at hitting too for being easy. There we go. No one will see me coming. Oh, guard dogs? Really? Ow! Hit that far back. I don't want to shoot the dogs, but if they'd let loose these dogs. Release the hounds. That'd be a bad time. Yeah, this really looks like GoldenEye now, doesn't it? Can you turn off the alarm there? There we go. Yep, there was no one here. This is fine. Save. This is fine. I think the dogs like this one bit. Assuming the cameras are going to see us again now, but it's fine. Playing Rambo style now. No more searchlights. There we go. Easy. Just shot our way through. It's fine. Very, very spy-like. You think about it, again, all the Bond movies, it inevitably turns into a huge, like, firefight. You have to stealth this one, too. Well, you're supposed to stealth your way in here.
Did you hear what happened to...
Boy, they do a lot of damage. A lot of damage, my goodness. I can't go guns blazing. It's not making me do that easily. Alright, autosave. That's the thing with these 4 stealth sections. There's a game. Hi, Zoe. I was gonna say, there's a red faction, the, you know, space Mars shooter.
No, what? He took his mistress out to dinner the other night, and his wife's sister walked in.
Mein Gott in Himmel.
That's not the worst part. Of course there was a scene.
There's a section there in that game, which is, you know, that game is blowing everything up. And then one section all of a sudden turns into stealth, like forced stealth, I remember. I was just so frustrated with that part. It seems so easily. And really. Ow, that's not the button I intended to push. don't think I'm making out of this one. Yep. Alright, fine. We're doing his guns blazing now. Down with the sneaky stuff. If I could just find some more armor, that would be nice. Locked.
Did you hear?
That's how we do it. Next. Where are you even coming from? Close the door. That'll solve it. Problem now is health. I'll save here because we're already committed now. Oh, good thing I saved right there. Turn into GoldenEye. They're really accurate too. That's probably fine. Oh. I'm not supposed to shoot that apparently. Well, it's a barrel. It explodes. I want to shoot it. Good grief. They're just so accurate. I know it is supposed to be a stealth section, which is why I don't want to stealth anymore. We're not stealthing. We're going to do this the hard way. What? No, that's not what I wanted. Oh, that auto save there now. That was a quick load, okay. What? Who's shooting me? That was a guy in... Good. I think you're supposed to sneak here. Just think you're supposed to sneak. It feels like the sneaking mechanics aren't that great. In a lot of other games, you get like a more visual cue on how they see you and everything. There's nothing in this one. Body armor. Thank goodness. That should help.
Are you okay? Wake up!
He is not okay. He's very unokay. So don't shoot the explosive barrels. Got it. Can you jump on explosive barrels? Nope, you cannot. Alright, Vermin, thanks for stopping by. Thanks again for the kind donation. Looks like she gently taps on the door. Nope. Forget that. Oh, never mind. Body armor, but we don't need that right now. Intelligence item. We need to take a picture. I know, it's so bad too. I have to set the explosive to go off. Ah. I see. That would make sense. Thanks for spot checking me there. I'm so busy being, too busy being Rambo right now, so... I got people to shoot. Fortunately, I don't think I can ever regenerate my health in this game, right? So... Tap, tap. What's going on here? some box platforming. Intel.
Yeah, I don't think I don't know.
Chance we can pick up some health anywhere? I don't think so, but... Who's shooting me?
I'm not going anywhere.
There you are. So many bad guys here. I know I should be stealthing here and sneaking around doing all this stuff, but too busy playing GoldenEye right now. Pretty expansive level here, really. Big areas. I'm not sure we'll finish this particular stage tonight or not, but shooting our way through everything. Alright, so this is the area we're in. Can we turn off that stupid alarm? No. No, we can't do that. Set the explosives on that one. Let's see what the other ones say here now. It's one explosive. I don't think we need to worry too much because we just shot everyone in the area, so... This is one way to get into this warehouse here. That's locked. I like that she taps on the door, too. Anyone home? Barrels, but no explosive thing. That's fine. Just blow up all the cameras. No one will suspect a thing.
Did you hear that?
Nope, you heard nothing. They are accurate, too. Again, very much a section you're supposed to stealth. Ain't nobody time for that. Any armor? Oh, thank goodness there's armor. Yeah, I don't think there's any way to regenerate health in this game at all, so... Ooh. Flower. And nothing else in here. I guess it's a way to get in here if you're stealthy. It's because breaking the game now. It's fun to play like games like Deus Ex, and I'm like, oh yeah, you can, you know, it's any way in. You can even, like, you know, brute force your way in, but then usually they penalize you, or you lose out on bonuses by not stealthing, so. Wash your hands. That's a nice butcher block. And that's how I know I'm old, and I'm commenting on the kitchen furniture. Burglar, she is not right now. We're just shooting everything. Ah. That's 2. I'll stream Deus Ex sometime too. I really like everything about it. What really got me hooked was Deus Ex Human Revolution because of the cyberpunk setting. I love the setting and the world. That's what made the game really cool to me. A little GoldenEye vibe here. Maybe a lot of GoldenEye vibe right now. The big level. There's a whole bunch of places for you to sneak through, I suppose.
We still have work to do.
Oh, this is the exit.
We still have work to do.
Now I have to take a picture of the surveillance stuff, right? Yep, I just sneak in, no one knows what happened. And sneak out, right? Or shoot everyone. I ran through this section too fast here. Aha, it's got to be something in here, right? There we go. That's probably what I need to take a picture of. Intelligence items. There we go. Alright, is there any way to see objectives? Because... oh, there's more. And cameras everywhere. It's no fun. There we go. Rendezvous with Werner von Haupt and offer him a light.
Did you hear that?
Where might he be then? Up here, perhaps? Nice. They just put a little lighter there in case you didn't bring it on the mission, because I'm not sure if you noticed that in the beginning of each mission you can pick your loadout. I was using the default, but you can actually select your loadout if you're so inclined, so... Rauchen verboten. No smoking. So we just need to find Werner after we murder some more people. Your body count is actually quite impressive at this rate. Well, Werner... set off every alarm in the whole area. Oh, there he is.
Care for a light?
The alarm's going off in the background. Care for a light.
Dunk, I seem to have lost my phone number. Can I have yours?
I'm in the book. Just look under police department.
You're late.
Sorry, I did my best.
No matter. Here, take this visitor ID card. It identifies you as the Commandant's niece, Hannah. It will get you past the front desk.
I mean,
The staff should ignore you.
there's nothing preventing you from going in guns blazing, right? And I did. The game doesn't seem to have recognized that.
Go now. If you're caught, I won't be able to help.
I understand.
I almost forgot. I thought you might like this.
Now I just need to find the hidden entrance. It was down here, I think. There we go. The alarm is still going on. No problem. Any more guys here? Okay, so what's the deal with this secret? I said I still have work to do, but... oh, bookshelf. That's right. They said that. Look at this. Now we're in a spy base. There you go. No problem. Like, I wonder if they know I'm coming. Just blast them way through there. So
This isn't going to be easy. Fortunately.
Want anything to drink?
Sure.
Alright, so now you're basically in the Well, I thought the ID would help me escape detection, but I guess not. Whoop, 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 whoop. Never mind. Alright. You to chop! You to chop! Wow, the armor really helps there. Alright, I don't think we're gonna power through this one either, but it's a cool game. It's a cool game for sure. I did finish this as a kid, or not kid, but younger. I'm trying to remember, like, these stealth sections. I probably, yeah. Shots fired, 468. 25% accuracy. What? I had to go to, like, body or a bullet spray there after a while. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna fight our way through the next level as well, but it is a really neat game. Oh, that makes sense. Staff will ignore, but the guards will not. See, you have to actually pay attention to the game, which I was not. I was plowing through at this point. Clearly, I'm kind of worn out on the game in general. I love the style and everything the game represents, but yeah, the stealth sections, the 4 stealth sections are always challenging in games. But it's a spy game, so it makes sense. But still, I think we're gonna start working on next level already or right now. So we'll probably call it there for this game, but it's a really neat game. I do want to check out the sequel. I probably should at some point, which is not... Yeah, I don't think you can buy it from any storefront anymore, but you can find secondhand copies, and then there's other places to find it, of course, that are not just this. But we'd also need to have the big box versions of it, of course, but I only have the DVD case, but oh well. Yeah, I mean, they went all in on it. It's really cool with the 60s style and everything, so... And the second CD with all the music on it, just 60s style tracks composed specifically for this, so... But it's a fun game. Appreciate everyone watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys again next week. Until then, have a good weekend. I'll work all day tomorrow on the next video, so hopefully that comes out this weekend. We'll see. Fingers crossed. Either way, thanks so much for hanging out, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good night. See ya.